Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's game day with Marcelo here. Marcelo, it's good to have you back, my man. It's snowing here in New York. Hopefully today, all I have to do is just maybe worry about shoveling maybe a few of the footsteps, near the apartment, and maybe just thinking about a Spurs win. Maybe wear that big, puffy Spurs jacket that I got. I don't know, Marcelo. All I gotta say is it's got to be a must-win today. How you keeping, my man? It's good to have you back for a watch along.
Good to be back, brother. And I'm telling you, bro, as soon as Tottenham is done with Wolves, you will not need to plow your driveway because we're going to smoke them, bro. It's going to be a cooking session,
Melt
okay?
the snow.
Listen, that Southampton game, that's done in the past. This is a new one. We're going to win this one, bro. I'm telling you, Conte will not allow these boys to play that same way again. Be
Love it.
sure of that. Conte is a serial winner, bro. He ain't gonna let these guys play. You already see the change in the lineup. The Emerson change, I totally agree with it. I don't care whether he's my countryman or not. You play for Tottenham, you have to perform, and he has not been performing.
Mhm.
Hopefully Doherty can do a better job. I also agree with the Sessegnon change, bro. I think like Regulon. I like Regulon. Don't get me wrong. I've always stood up for Regulon, but I think he needs a little bit of a break. I think he's been running a little bit too many games. He needs.
Maybe Sassion would have buried that finish. What you
Yeah,
got to think about. Like, I think that's what it's also come down to as well. Like, Marcel, I lost faith. I lost faith in Regulon's finishing. I think he does everything well, apart from that guy finishing. Like, Jesus, that guy. I said he needs to see a psychiatrist about putting the ball in the back of the net. It seems like because he's either just too scared to shoot, or when he does, he just hits it right at the keeper every time. And we know
yeah.
he can strike a ball. I mean, we even saw that ping pass he put up the other night. We know the guy can strike a ball. It just seems like just something when it comes to actually, coming up face to face with the goalkeeper seems to psych him out or give him the yips, I think, or like something. I'm not sure. But the players are walking out of the tunnel by the looks of it here, 4 minutes away from kickoff. The lineups are down below, everybody. Everybody joining us. Thank you so much for joining Marcelo and I for the watch along here. As always, just need to say, please, please, please do drop that like while you're already in here. While you're already in here nice and early, do hit that subscribe if you are new to the Irish Hotspur as well. Feel free to throw in a super chat, to give us the hype for the game day as well, to maybe give us your thoughts and maybe concerns regarding maybe today's fixture, as well as just to support the channel. But really do appreciate it. Celery agents in the building. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you maybe Jack Army. I'm not sure, but I'll just guess. But I really do appreciate it, Celery. Really do appreciate it, my man. 4-2 Spurs. I mean, these predictions. I mean, Marcelo, like, could we be the exception to the rule with Wolves this season? Because it seems like every Wolves game is like it's going to be a 1-1, a 1-0, a
Yeah,
2-0.
I
Like,
don't,
do
I
you
don't.
see there being more than two goals? Do you see there being more than two goals in this game?
I could see us conceding more than two goals.
Jeez, jeez.
No, no, no. I think honestly, I think it could be it's gonna be a tight game. I think it's gonna be a 2-1 for Tottenham. It's gonna be very ugly at times. Wolves are a physical team. They're a quick team. We're gonna have to deal with that pressure, but I think we got this. I think we'll win.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you are, everybody. I mean, Marcelo's he psyched himself into the confidence. He started off, a little bit hesitant, and then he talked himself into it. Dark Sun G in the building saying, "Come on, you Spurs, let's get 3 points today and get a boost for the 3 away games and the FA Cup coming up, and get a huge run before the March fixtures. And Man United and West Ham are competitors for top four." Dark Sun G, I know I've given you credit for this before, but I've never seen a guy think more in advance and like in the future than Dark Sun G. I mean,
Yeah,
Dark Sun G, you should work for like Bayern or like, teams that like actually do that sort of thing. I think Dark Sun G, you probably love clubs like
my
that
man, my
actually
man
do
should be
think.
working for the
Spurs seem
U.S.
to think
government,
one
bro.
week at a time. Spurs
My,
seem to think like one day at a time, where Dark Sun G will be months in advance
yeah,
thinking about like the implications of something months in advance. Honestly, Dark Sun G, just want to give you credit for
my man should be working for the U.S. government with tactics and
that.
all that, bro.
Doing
Like,
5-year plans and
yeah, no, nobody would stop harming, man.
Big up Darkson G, absolute legend.
G.
My playlist is on fire. It says, which song you should have Shazammed it, my man? I'm not too sure. Lee the Yid says, come on, you Spurs, let's get back in the race today and get over the line. Tottenham till I die. Absolutely love it. William McKenzie in the building. He says, I'm happy with the 1-0 from Kane. So David can vibe today. Everybody wish David Harris the best. He's in the stands right now. At one stage, when you do see the cameras cut off, it is because Harry Kane has been, assaulted by David Harris on the pitch, him trying to get his hair from him. But,
I'm going to try to spot him. I'm going to try to spot David.
You don't need to spot him. He's going to be running onto the pitch. I'm pretty sure he's going to be running onto the pitch. Rachel Vita, good to see you. Mark Cousins, good to see you. William McKenzie, good to have you back in here. Para Miguelis, Gilberto, of course, the absolute legend, the absolute GOAT. Jamie Gitt is saying, at ease, chaps, mind your P's and Q's and Y's. There you are, Jamie. Lee the Yid saying, Tottenham boys making all the noise. Love it, Lee. Love it, Lee. Jason Groves, big up, Marcelo. Good to see you again, mate. Jason's loving seeing you again, Marcelo. Catman Jess is loving seeing you. Kev Williams is loving seeing you. Everybody's good to have Kev Williams. Everybody's good to have Marcelo back. About to kick off by the looks of it, taking the knee on my screen, Marcelo. How about you?
Yep.
All right,
I think we're in the same
Williams,
minute.
doing well, my man. Patty Higgins here. All right, kickoff.
All right.
I will let you know, everybody in the chat. I'm pretty sure Marcelo and I are already synced up, if not maybe just a second or two within each other. But I will let you know once the clock comes up, everybody, what minute and second I am on. I'm on 16 seconds here.
What a ball from Kane to Lucas. Oh, Lucas needs to be doing better than that.
Yeah, he needs to be doing a lot better than that.
Just let
Patty Higgins, big yourself up. Catman Jess, good to have you in here. Damianos as well, the legend. Daniel Anderson, of course, as well. Matt C, good to see you. Neil G, good to see you as well. Terry Betts, of course, the absolute legend himself.
What a hold-up play from Kane. It's just impressive.
Darkson G is now saying, hi, Marcelo, long time no see. How have you been? Also, what do you think about Bentancur? And also, will you be available for our next game against City? 3 questions you got to answer there, Marcelo.
Hey, 3 questions that will be answered. I've been good. I've been working quite a bit, as you all know, lads. But I've been having a good year, a decent year. Wish Spurs could be doing a little bit better. That would have brightened my year a little bit more. But, top 4 is still on and the FA Cup is still on. So it could be still a great year for us. One can dream. But also, I think Bentancur, I've already said it. In my opinion, he was my signing that I was looking at the most. Everybody was really excited for Kuleveski, but in my opinion, it was Bentancur. Yeah. I mean, I seen a guy at
you
Uruguay,
see him all the time, especially since he plays Brazil all the time.
Yeah, and the amount of people that were like trying to put him off as like a Juventus reject and everything was furthest from the truth. The guy is a really good footballer, so I'm very excited for him.
He's played in more high profile. He's played alongside more high-profile players and played in more high-profile situations than our whole midfield combined.
Yeah, whole midfield combined. This guy is a Scudeto winner, Jack. And he's a starter. He starts over Lux.
Played like 2,000 minutes for them consistently.
Yeah, he's a starter for Juventus.
He's like their Højbjerg. He's like their Højbjerg, basically. But like a Højbjerg of Juventus is a high-quality player.
Yeah, he's. What are your thoughts about Højbjerg dropping out today?
I think we'll just see. I said today, it's like we'll see which, because everybody's saying like, which pairing with Bentancur do you like most, and it's kind of like, what do you prefer with ice cream? Do you prefer whipped cream? Do you prefer sprinkles? Do you prefer like, hot fudge? I think that's what we're just going to be seeing. Bentancur is like the ice cream, but which, goes best with Bentancur, I guess, is what we're going to be finding out. Because I feel like Conte, for the majority of the season, he's going to be going for 3-4-3 to start out games. We're starting out with the 3-4-3. Maybe he puts on an extra midfielder later to go to a 3-5-2 to like sure things up. But all I'm thinking is like, it's just which player plays best with Bentancur. And I guess today we're going to find out whether Winks plays good with Bentancur, I guess.
Yeah. And
also, when you think about it, the Wolves, they do sit back. I mean, Ishan broke it down yesterday. I mean, for the beginning, maybe they might press, but they're like the second, I think, least pressing team or something like that in the entire Premier League. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, as Winks just gives it away right now, but it'll be interesting to see, if maybe Harry Winks and Bentancur might be better together in terms of like picking apart, the defense and whatnot.
Yeah. And when is City playing? Are we playing them next week?
Next Sunday, a week from now.
Next Sunday? I won't be available for that one. Sorry, my friend.
There you are, Dark Sun G. And Marcelo has answered all of them. Unfortunately, the last answer was probably my least favorite, I would say, Dark Sun G. But big up, Dark Sun G. Good to have you in here, my man. And Moondog saying, not Boxy, Winks, and Doherty. Do you have any faith in Doherty? So far, Winks is not on to a good start, I would say. He's given the ball away a few times.
First off, like I was about to say, how did Harry Winks just let that ball just absolutely just bounce over him? And then he commits a stupid foul, man. He like.
Do you think I said today on the pre-match?
Look at this!
Marcelo, do you
look
feel
at
like
that! Look at that ball just bounced past him. It just bounced.
Yeah, wow, that's shocking.
He had nobody around him, and he didn't know what. He couldn't read where that ball was gonna go.
No, I think he forgot how to play football there for a moment. Actually, it felt like he forgot how to use his body. It's like a Sanchez moment.
Jesus Christ!
Romero just absolutely just slams Podence to the floor.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. He's the Hulk, man. I love him. I love Romero, man. I
think he glows. He looks like he glows sometimes. Like the guy, like he's that. It's like, but certain class players, especially defensive players, I feel like if just it's almost like they glow. They have this like they just look so much better than like the rest. They just look so assured. Like Romero just looks like, I don't know. Just looks he looks like he's been doing it his whole life. Like just getting like from the moment he was born, he looks like he gets stuck in.
Yeah,
guy. Like, it just looks so comfortable.
Well, he is Argentinian, man. Those guys, they love that type of shithousery. Trust me, I've seen it so many times.
There you are, Moondog. There you are, Moondog. I mean, Winks
and
Doherty.
Oh, get it out! Oh, that's shit. What is? First off, what is?
Oh my God!
Doing? What is Lloris doing? What is Lloris doing? He can't catch that? That's shocking from Hugo.
Jesus,
that
boys.
is
the first 6
shocking.
Minutes. The first 6 minutes,
That
boys.
is shocking from Hugo, man. What is he doing? Nah, you can't tell me he can't catch that. You can't tell me he can't catch that.
Neves shot.
Okay, like that one, okay, that's fine. But where's also the defense? Who's marking Jimenez?
It's just got to be a much better parry. It's just got to be a much better parry.
But that's true, but also who's marking Jimenez? How do you leave the striker alone in the box?
This is a tough one to consume here. Shot in from Menez. That's a horrible parry from Lloris. And then he chooses to punch it there. No, I think the second part is even worse. The second part's even worse because
that's Hugo's
I don't
fault.
even know if it's like who's marking Jimenez there, Marcelo. I really do think it's like, why doesn't Hugo catch it?
Yeah, how doesn't Hugo catch that?
Why doesn't he? It looked like Romero was sort of in his way, but like I don't really think that's much of an excuse. Like to be honest, like just like 2 moments where Lloris really bad parrying. So I don't know, guys. I think that's actually that whole goal. I'll be honest, everybody is kind of Lloris, and I really hate to say it. Like I just watched that whole replay, and it really does look kind of like Lloris. I like Conte rocking the baseball cap though, just to make things a bit lighter. It just looks good on him. Moondog in here saying, as soon as I saw the starting 11, I lost the will to live. Moondog, I will tell you, there are things that will give you the will to live, my man, and apart from Spurs. But even just seeing this front three should give you a will to live. I promise you, they'll get you that equalizer. Now they got to have that sense of urgency here, Moondog. And Harry Kane here. Play him. Plays out wide, Sassignon.
Nothing.
Oh, that's shocking. Okay, but it goes out for a corner. But Moondog, I would say the front three gives you a reason. Front three gives you a reason, my man. But Moondog, I see where you're coming from. Sometimes just seeing Doherty and Winks and expecting results, it makes you think you're actually going insane. Makes you think you're going insane.
But that's all on Hugo, man. I mean, that is just shit.
That's
Like, how
all
do
on
you?
Hugo. I think that's entirely
What
on
is
Hugo.
he doing?
The punch made it worse. I think the punch just made it worse. You know, like maybe you would say, let's say he didn't do the punch. Maybe you would say, give him the benefit of the doubt, but like the punch made it just equally worse. Lucas here just running around like an absolute maniac. Passing Harry Kane. Beautiful touch by Harry. Dinked ball in.
What are you doing, Doherty? There we go. Good cross. Nobody in the end of it.
Do you mind pausing yours for like 2 seconds, Marcel? I think I'm just 2 seconds behind.
All right. Tell me when you're 9:12.
I'm on 9. Okay. I'm on 9:15, 16,
Oh, okay.
17, so to like half a second or like 1 second.
No, I already paused it. Yep, we're in sync now.
Perfect. Appreciate you.
Or at least we should be.
At least better, at least a bit better. I do appreciate it. To bottom Duda, though, he's saying Wink's already making mistakes and Wolves scores. I have never seen a Conte team concede a goal like this. I mean, I was saying this earlier today, Marcelo. I don't like people were saying, like, I just don't think we can ever. The reason you can't really make a lot of criticisms, I feel like, of Conte sometimes is because you can criticize Conte if he has the teams like he did with Inter or Chelsea
Yes.
or Juventus. Like with those sort of players at his disposal, I think you're welcome to have free reign on like criticizing
Yeah,
his
if he makes a
tactics.
mistake, yes.
Yeah, like you're welcome to have free reign. When we're starting to say, like, I don't think he's getting the best out of Ben Davies.
No.
I don't think he's getting the best out of Harry Winks. I'm like, I would say, like, I think you need to go like to, you know, a mental asylum because that's just insane to even say out loud.
Nobody
Like,
can get the
why
best
on
out of
earth-
them.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, but then it's also like world-class manager that like should have no business being near a Harry Winks, you know, kind of manager. Like, why would Pep Guardiola ever be near Harry Winks? You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason these sort of managers should work with these sort of caliber of players. They should work with much better players at their disposal. So I think we can only really start criticizing Conte, I feel like, deeply. I think you're allowed to criticize him, of course, you know, every game, but like if you really want to like say if he got something truly wrong, I feel like you can really only start saying that once he has those sort of players at his disposal.
Well, it's also shit when people are like, "Oh, like why isn't he playing Winks? Why isn't he playing these guys?" It's just like, bro, it's like you're saying, "Why isn't he playing this garbage instead of this trash?" You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't make a difference whether you play Doherty or Emerson. Let's be real here. It doesn't really make a difference whether you play Winks or fucking Winks. You know what I mean? Like there is no difference of it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, like, he's just he just has a shit squad right now, and he doesn't have many options.
Just got a load of garbage to work with, and he's trying to make some sort of sculpture out of it. Just, you know, it feels like. But the bottom dude, that's my answer, my man. I think, you know, a Conte team would never make mistakes like this, and that's what I think that whole sort of rant was about. To bottom dude, is a Conte team would never make mistakes like this, and that's why only a Tottenham Hotspur do you see this happen. Same thing to a degree under Jose to an extent. Where you just like the way that Spurs played sometimes under Jose, you were just like never seen a team play like this under Jose. I don't know. It just feels like Spurs to a degree, these sort of players, they just ruin these sort of managers. And if they don't do well under Conte, if they can't get a job done under Conte, it just shows they just can't be saved. It just shows they can't be saved.
The unfortunate thing with Jose is that he had Steve Hitchen. You know? So like he couldn't get rid of any of the deadwood that, you know, would have gotten him sacked. Well,
so Lucas, beautiful run.
Yeah.
To gets a good free kick for us. But no, I think you're spot on. Sorry, Marcel. Yeah. Like he was absolutely like just Steve Hitchen just handed him a load of trash and was and Mourinho had to pretend to smile about it and, you know, make do with it. But free kick here, maybe back to the game, but free kick here for Spurs. Lucas Honestly, Luka's probably looking very bright right now. I would say Luka's looking very bright right now, being able to spin and turn. I did spurn, spin and turn his man and win us a free kick. He did it before as well. He's looking actually a bit more lively than he has, because I would say, Marcel, the past few games he's not looked as great.
No, he hasn't. But
Bentancur, bad foul there by Sessegnon, I would say.
why? It's just so stupid. It's just like, come on, boys. Just like
Bentancur was winning that back anyways. A poor pass by Bentancur, but it doesn't need to foul him there.
We make way too many mistakes in so many games. It's ridiculous. It's like sometimes we don't even like. The thing is with Tottenham is, it's like teams don't even like outplay us a lot of the times. We just give them goals.
Yeah, we are. I'm surprised we don't have more defensive errors every single time I look at the stat sheet sometimes, because it's like they must be just not watching the game really properly. But Harry Kane here with a beautiful run.
Oh,
has
wow.
No options.
I mean, there was Sonny, but there were so many players around them.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, boys. If they're able to cover Son and Kane, nobody else steps up. This is the issue with Tottenham. And this is what I was saying. If nobody else steps up, like if we're fucked. A good ball right here. Tottenham is passing a little bit better right now. We're passing a little bit better. There we go. These are some good link-up plays. There we go. Pass it to more. Oh, my God. Oh, Bentancur slipped.
Ben Davies here on the ball.
Come on, Ben.
Plays Sonny.
Let's do something.
Harry Kane gets deflected, poked away by Neves by the looks of it. Neves plays a ball in.
Just when we get to the final third, man, it's just...
Only 15 minutes, though. Plenty of time to recover this.
Absolutely. No, but like... Every time we get into the final third, it's just like we have nobody to crack anybody open.
Yeah.
We have nobody. Come on, Bentancur. Oh, what a ball! Oh, what a ball for Bentancur! Come on, Sonny! Come on, Sonny! Wow, how did you not score that, Sonny? How do you not score that? That is a beautiful ball from Bentancur.
Oh my God! What a ball!
Oh my God! How did you not fucking score that, man?
It's bad first touch.
That's shit, bro. Oh, this is the issue, bro. We get our chance and we don't take it. Oh, I'm so pissed. How did you not fucking score that, Sonny?
I think he needed that. Relied on a really good first touch, Marcel, and it just wasn't. I think he could have
just traveled with the ball.
Could have let you try. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to let that hit his left foot and try to touch that in front of him, but just beautiful vision from Bentancur there. Beautiful vision. That's what we need to see more from. Spurs are pressing them a bit high here, which is nice to see. My only problem is that exactly what Kilman does here. These guys, these center backs, are extraordinarily composed on the ball. Like, these guys are really good on the ball. Saiss, Cody, and Kilman. Like, they're really hard to take the ball from or really make mistakes. So when we do press them, I'm kind of like, might actually hurt us even more sometimes. Because even what we just saw from Kilman, he just looked way too composed on the ball there.
What is going on from Hugo, man?
Yeah,
is this going to be one of those days, Hugo?
Then Ben Davies. What is that, Ben Davies? What is that?
Oh, my God.
No. Oh, my God. These absolutely... Oh, my God.
I'm done with this, bro. I'm done with this. It's just shit from Hugo. It's from Hugo to
Ben Davies. What is that clearance? And how does he not get stuck in after clearing that as well? How does he not get stuck in?
A bunch of fucking clowns, bro.
All right, Hugo. What? Terrible shocking ball from Hugo. Ben Davies does have no option, so he's just got to get rid. Horrible clearance. And then Romero here tries to get, and then oh my god, the clearance from Sanchez goes off fucking Bentancur as well.
But it all starts from Lloris, to be honest. Like, it is a shit clearance from Ben Davies, but like,
no, Lloris is fucking
Lloris
rattled.
is just at fault for that 100%.
Oh my god. Oh my, what? It's like,
and then what is
Marcelo,
Hugo doing with the bouncy ball, man? Fucking, like, what is your reflexes today, man?
Marcelo, it
Holy
feels like it felt
shit.
that way on the first goal with Southampton. It felt that way on the first goal with Southampton. Just like everybody, just put on your curly wigs and your your red noses because it's the clown show. I feel like that was another goal like that. Just the clown show. Just the clown show at work. That honestly, it feels like the circus sometimes with these guys in the back, Marcelo.
This is disgraceful, man. This is at home.
I jumped 2-0 down, 19 minutes in. This is pathetic.
We're probably gonna see like 4 fucking goals, man.
Sorry guys, I haven't fixed the banner. Apologies. Fuck's sake.
And that's why I don't like.
This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Lazy 18, away Vay Jacko, away freaking Bay. Yeah. I don't know. I said I didn't want to reserve judgments about this team until after this sort of fixture, but I think everything we saw from Southampton has been made even worse so far by what we're seeing right now.
No chance we get top 4.
This defense, and Sanchez just getting absolutely destroyed here. Ait Nouri in behind, blocked out for a corner for Sanchez. This is beyond pathetic, Marcelo. This is beyond pathetic.
Just a disgrace. You lose one game against Chelsea, and this is just your response to Southampton. Now this, it's just a disgrace. Top 4 is dead. It's gone. Fuck this team. I want them all out, man. I want this whole team out. I don't want to see any of these players ever wear a Spurs shirt again. I really don't. I really don't. Tell me about Ben Davies. Don't tell me about Harry Winks. I keep saying it year after year, Jack. I keep repeating these things. David and I keep trying to ingrain into this fan base that these guys are shit and nobody listens to us. And then they have a couple good games and everybody wants them to stay. And it's just it's the same shit every year. Same shit, different season. Basically it. Typical Tottenham. I'm sick of it, man. I'm so sick of it. We need a whole new back line.
Fucking David is at this game. And okay, Jimenez here with another chance, and it's a shot on goal as well. David is at this game right now.
Yeah.
Poor fucking guy as well. Like, just as well. Poor fucking guy. I really like.
Yeah. At home, by the way. At home. We're playing like this. At home, bro. No fight, no urgency, no stress. That's it. And this Wolves team aren't even known for winning, by this much. And they could possibly do 4-0 against us if this keeps up, bro. Just calamitous at the back. We need a whole new back line.
I can't even watch.
I don't even want to watch this, bro. I want to turn this shit off and just go my day. Like
no, it's like disgusting. You know what I mean? Like Marcelo, it's just like painful. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Harry Kane in here though, and behind. Harry Kane.
Yeah, but like, who's there to support him other than Sonny? Nobody in the box.
Good chip
Somebody
in
gambling.
By Lucas, but here we go. Romero 1-on-1 with Podence. Podence plays a lovely ball into the middle for Jimenez. Won by Ben Davies there, and the referee's given a free kick. I don't even care. I don't even have the energy to argue even with the ref there.
Yeah, you're shit, Ben Davies. Get the fuck out of there. We need a whole new back line. In the summer, forget midfield, forget everything. Bro, Get me 5 defenders. I want 5, except for Romero. Give me 4 defenders, okay? Romero can stay. Give me 4 defend. I want a right wing back. I want a right center back. I want a left center back, and I want a left wing back, bro. I don't want anything else. I want a whole new back line, bro. We're getting battered everywhere we go,
Why
bro.
is Hugo punching that though? Like in that sort of way as well. Like Hugo's looking rattled. Like the way that I don't know. It's just something unassured about him. Like even the way he parried that. I know. Like I'm just maybe now like looking for something to criticize. It feels like, but I don't know. Like even that one still looked a bit sketchy. The way he parried that save, like from Jimenez. The guy just seems a bit
what is he
rattled today,
doing,
Maurice. He
bro?
just seems a bit rattled.
You know, oh man, we're letting Wolves and Southampton fans just chat shit about us. And then, bro, this is supposed to be the game we're supposed to win. We got City next week. We're getting fucking touched, bro. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm glad I'm working that day, Jacko. I'm so glad I'm working that day, bro. Oh my goodness, I am glad. I am gonna be so sorry for you and David having to watch that game, bro.
I feel so bad for David right now. This is so pathetic. This is so pathetic.
Disgraceful performance.
This is
Wolves are a better
disgraceful.
team than us. We're 8th place. That's our squad now.
This is so. We're gonna be lucky to get Europa League now. And I mean, I did even say that Europa League is more our level anyway. But like now, I feel like we're going to be lucky to even get Europa League. This is pathetic.
Another question I asked though, all those people who criticize Hoiberg, right? Who said Wink should be starting over him? Wink should be starting over him. Where are you now, bro? Because we said it time and time again that Hoiberg
We're
is
too. Yeah.
a brick wall that helps our defense, right? He helps our shit defense. But like, where are these people now, bro? Like, look at this. They're playing around us, man.
Winks just occupies space. That's all he does. He just marks space. He just doesn't just mark space. It's just pathetic. This is really making me sick to watch. Dark Sun G saying Lloris just gifted Wolves 2 goals. He is the worst. He's not the worst, Dark Sun G. I mean, Hugo, no matter what he does, he's still a legend and is still a GOAT, but
it's just a bad game from him.
Just a bad game. I mean, what do you say, Marcelo? Like, I really feel like just 2 goals given away by Hugo.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, like I know they're under pressure. I know they're not playing well, but I think partially that has to do with the fact that Hugo has also just given away 2 goals within 20 minutes. That doesn't really, set, the team with a bunch of confidence either.
Bro, I mean, it's just...
I think it's really deflating. I hate to say this. Like, Hugo really deflated, probably the team by letting these in.
Ah, man, we have
I hate
20.
to say that. It is like that as a keeper. It's that cutthroat as a keeper. It is that cutthroat.
The issue is though, Jacko, is that we have 22% possession in the last 5 minutes.
Against
22% against Wolves, bro. They're looking like prime Barcelona against us, man. We can't string passes together. What is this, bro? How are you professional footballers? How are you getting paid this much? Oh, Sonny. Oh, Sonny. Oh.
Harry Winks with a fucking moon boots header. Why?
We're fucked, bro. We're fucked. We got.
Why did he give it away there? That's supposed to be a center mid. I've said this before about Harry Winks. That's supposed to be a guy that's supposed to be one of the most composed players on the pitch, and he does that.
It's a joke, bro. There's no such thing as composures with these guys. These guys are about as composed as a donkey. I'll tell you that. They're as composed as a donkey. You touch them, they jump, bro. That's how they are. They're just jumpy all the time. Sessignon being taken out. Interesting.
What are we 85 saying David will have lost his voice already. He's also, I think, right next to Daigle. I think he's like in the stands with Daigle for this one as well.
Are we gonna play a 4-2-3-1 maybe?
Ben Davies moves out wide. Sanchez and Romero in the back, and then Doherty drops deep. Yeah, I think we've moved to probably 4-2-3-1.
Interesting.
Conte's just saying, fuck it. Like, Jesus Christ. Ribsy85, David will have lost his voice already. I'm sure he has, my man. I'm sure he has. And again, I feel horrible for David. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I feel terrible for David. Like, I really hope the next one he goes to would be a lot better than this, because this team, they just continue. Also, to see Harry Winks on his day to see the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he's been there before, but he hasn't been in there to see a game. On his first actual game in the new stadium, Marcelo, Harry Winks
You have
to
to watch
start
Harry
as well.
Winks.
I
Yeah,
just,
it's
yeah,
depressing, bro.
the guy's cursed. The guy is cursed.
It's
The guy's
depressing.
the guy is cursed. He has to be offsides here, Lucas. Yep.
Yeah, why are
Pathetic.
you going? If you know you're offsides,
Who
why
played
are
that? Was
you
that?
going?
Don't tell me again that was Harry Winks who played that pass as well. Someone who's supposed to be a center mid. I can easily tell that he's yards offsides. Don't tell me that was Harry Winks as well. But I mean, yeah.
Bro, I don't want to hear from West Ham fans, bro. We knocked you out of the Carabao Cup. If we're shit, you're shitter, man.
They also, I mean, you guys danced in front of Kidderminster fans after equalizing in the 91st minute. The most pathetic thing that is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in football. Celebrating a 1-1 equalizer with Kidderminster in the 91st minute. Dark Sun G says, Larice just gifted Wolves. Oh, sorry. I had that one already. My apologies. Got a bit caught up track. Ribsy85 too. Appreciate it. I feel really bad for David. Dara saying no point to have 5 at the back if 4 can't defend, Marcelo.
Yeah. No, it's facts. He needs, like, I do think that. Oh, great job from Bentaker. He's been the only one that's been positive this whole game.
No, he's
It's
the
been
only one that
Bentaker.
actually has some sort of composure and class about him.
Yeah, he has really been the only one that has had any sort of composure, that has any sort of vision, proper passing.
Such a
Like,
hospital from Winks.
oh, what is Doherty doing? Where are you going, Doherty? There we go. Find some space.
Oh my God.
Get him off! 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 Get Harry Winks off! I don't want to see him play. I don't want to see him play anymore for this fucking club. Useless. Get him off!
I'm sorry. I am sorry, Marcelo. But there were a lot, and it's kind of like when David was keeping track of all the people who wronged Harry Kane. There were a lot of people that said Harry Winks played considerably better than Højbjerg did last match. Please tell me that again. Please tell me that again. Tell me that again. Like, please tell me that again. If you're telling me Harry Winks, he's not playing any better, I'll tell you that. And he has Bentancur alongside him this time. He's not playing any better. This is just shocking. This is just shocking. I swear, almost every time I look at the screen and we're getting dispossessed, it's like, God, who passed that? And I see number 8 like walking across the screen every single time. It is pathetic. But Dara, I think you got your answer from Marcelo. There is no point. He just needs, basically, like Marcelo was saying, 4 or 5 new defenders practically in order to actually rely on the defense and play the system he wants to.
Bro, Ledley King.
He looks
like
depressed.
He looks depressed, bro. He's like, holy shit.
Well done, Romero.
Well done, yeah. I mean, it's just like I truly have never seen a Tottenham squad that has the passing range of this squad. I really have never seen it, Jack. Like, and I've trust me, I've seen
when Bentancur played that ping pass. All of us were like oohing and eyeing and drooling, and it was like, this is what we've been missing at Spurs. Like someone that can literally just something that's actually quite common. Like when you think about like a ping pass.
Oh, we used to do that. We used to see that every day under Pochettino, under Redknapp, even under AVB, bro. We used to see that type of play. Like,
I know, but this is what I'm saying. Harry Winks, that pass he just makes to Sanchez. That's all the guy does. I've never seen Harry Winks pick up the ball, pick up his head, and just ping it all the way to Son. You always see him. He looks up, he makes a 12, 15-yard pass, whether forwards or sideways, and then they just basically have to play it back to his feet. It's pathetic. But COVID-99 saying here, The fact that I even predicted Dendoncker to score after a defensive mistake during the pre-match says it all. You don't even need to be a good footballer to score past us, and we know all, and we all know it's coming. I mean, Marcelo, in the beginning of the game, you and I both answered that we felt like, yeah, I mean, I don't see more than 2 goals happening. 2 goals have already happened, 33 minutes in.
All
it feels like Dr. Tottenham, Sonny in here, though.
Oh!
Bentancur, just before I get to this Kuva, it does seem
Come
like
on,
Spurs are
boys.
trying to they're trying to wake up a bit here. It seems like they're trying to wake
Kuleveski's
up.
been positive. Kuleveski and Bentancur have been positive. I mean, Harry Winks can't close down a fucking. You're so
couldn't even
shit.
close down like a honestly couldn't even close down a coffee shop. Couldn't even close down like the guy. Beautiful run by Sonny. Decent ball in. Made Jose Sa have to parry it. I mean, talk about a good clearance I've seen from a goalkeeper there. But Kuva, Marcelo, you and I said, there can't be more than 2 goals in this entire match. We've seen 2 goals happen in 33 minutes.
Yeah.
And also, Marcelo, we even said at one stage, and Harry Winks gets dispossessed in the midfield again, and they're on the break. This guy is... Honestly, if David collapses in the stadium, I would not be surprised. I actually would not be surprised.
Yeah.
The guy, he needs needs like 3 weeks of blood pressure tablets just for this game alone.
Kuleveski needs to work on his first touch at times, Ben.
Yeah, it has been he just seems like it's hard for him to get it out of his feet sometimes, it feels like.
Yeah.
But Marcelo, like, the fact that it's this easy, this team has scored 19 goals all season, Marcelo.
Yeah.
And they've just scored 2 within 30.
They didn't even break us. It's just 2 lucky goals. Just 2 lucky goals. That's all it was, man. All it was, just 2 lucky goals.
And he even predicted as well, Marcelo.
But look at this. No. But hold on. Look at the ways Wolves are passing the ball, right? Do you see the way they're passing the ball? Have you ever seen our team pass the ball like that? Look at that.
He's just given it. How many times has he been dispossessed in this half? The guy, it's now actually, and it's a shot on goal from Podence, and it's a good save there from Hugo. Another questionable parry, I would say again though. Kulusevski, good pass there from Harry Kane. Harry Kane plays it wide to Sonny. Great ball from Harry Kane. Why is Sonny taking forever to get to it? There you go, Sonny. Drive at him, Sonny. Drive. And it's shocking touch. Oh, fuck's sake. Harry Winks now, I would say, I actually am starting to question. It seems like 50-50 now at this rate, whether he's going to give it away or whether he's actually going to keep possession here. The guy, who is he even passing to there? Jesus Christ, the dude has actually lost it. He's wide-eyed and doesn't even know where he is. He doesn't even seem to know he's playing for Tottenham Hotspur anymore at this stage. It feels like Harry Winks. This is getting scary. This is getting scary. The guy is looking like, honestly, I would in central midfield at this rate. But Kuva, it feels like you don't even need to be a good footballer, not even to score past us, but even play against Tottenham Hotspur at this rate, it feels like. And I hate to say that, Kuva, but do really appreciate the big one. Do really appreciate
what I mean. Listen, what I mean by lucky goal is Wolves deserve to be ahead. Wolves well and clear and playing way better than us. But when I say lucky goals is they were lucky. We just gifted to them. Like, you can't say Hugo did not gift those 2 goals to Wolves. Those 2 goals, like, if Hugo just catches those balls and he doesn't, like, make a stupid play to Ben Davies, those goals don't happen. Simple as that. We gifted these people goals, but man, I mean, to be honest, like, Wolves deserve to be well ahead. They deserve to be way more ahead than just 2-0, man. We should be fucking 4-0 down. Come on, Kuleveski! Oh, that's
got to get that over the defender there. He's got to be, if you're going to shoot it, you got to get it over. He's going to go down. But Kuva99, really do appreciate support. 2 good moments there. One from Sonny. Sonny was in on goal there. The fact that this is also end-to-end is concerning me because, like, Wolves never play end-to-end sort of football. So this is
Ben Davies, are you going to put a foot in at any point? You're going to, like, try to tackle?
He's social distance defending again, Marcelo. I've said it before. It's social distance defending.
Just
beautiful pass there from Bentancur. Just not a great touch from Lucas, and he fouls the player as well. referee plays on. But Kuva99, I really do appreciate it. Really big one as well. And I couldn't agree more. I can't believe you got that prediction right. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Dusty Tone says, can we just see some life from the team? So draining. I think we're starting to see some life by the looks of it from the players.
Yeah,
We're starting to
after
see
we're
some
2-0
chances.
down.
After we're 2-0 down. But like
But
at
why?
home, like it's just, I don't even know if you can repair this. I really don't. I really don't, Dusty. I really don't. But pick yourself up, my man.
Listen.
Darkson G says, Winks does bad. So poor Sess got subbed off. I mean, Darkson G, it's causing me. I'm not even able to look at the screen the whole time because I'm trying to monitor the chat as well. And it feels like every time I look at the screen, I'm seeing Harry Winks losing the ball. So if I actually were able to watch this game really properly this time, I would see him probably losing it even more. And sees another pass, plays it beautifully into Harry Kane. Harry Kane at the shocking touch.
I mean, it's
shocking
just...
touch. Shocking touch, Harry Kane. Shocking touch. Beautiful pass from Harry Winks into Sonny.
Just the lack of the basic.
That's just a shocking touch from Harry Kane.
What is Harry Kane doing, man? That's
a
free goal right there.
Oh my
God.
That's a
free goal right there.
Up.
That's a free goal right there?
He's just playing slow motion here, Harry Kane. He's just playing slow motion. He's just got to wake up there, Harry, and actually put it away. You don't have all day, buddy. You don't have all day. He wasn't even moving for it as well.
It's just... Oh, man.
But were you sad to see Sess get subbed off, or did you feel like it needed to happen?
No. Sess needed to be subbed off. Winks needs to be subbed off now before he jeopardizes this game, and then maybe we have a chance of drawing. But man, I mean, like, what is Kane doing there, man? It's just nothing is working out from the midfield, from the back to the front. You know, at least last season, right? We were horrendous in the back. But the front three was firing, right?
Yeah.
The front three was fire. We could score goals, bro. Right now, it just feels like we can't score goals. It feels like we can't defend goals. It feels like we can't keep the ball. This is the most depressing I have ever seen Spurs at, man. Really is. I have never watched Tottenham more depressed, feeling more depressed in this squad. I really have not. And I put my heart, AVP was less depressing than this. Tim Sherwood was more, his squad was less depressing than this. This squad is just depressing, bro.
Yeah. I'm with you. Paul Markey in here with a super chat saying, Jack, what did I tell you about selecting Winks? Paul, you're right, my man. You are right. You was telling me earlier, Marcelo, that, how on earth is Conte selecting Winks? And I said, we can't criticize, like I was saying, Conte for having these sort of players to pick from. But I mean, with how shocking Winks has been, I do wonder, maybe is Antonio Conte taking brown envelopes from under the table or something from Harry Winks in order to play? Maybe Harry Winks' parents have complained, to Conte and just saying he's not being played enough. I don't know, Paul, but he is that bad. He is that detrimental, and we're starting to see that. I mean, when people were making the argument that Winks would be better alongside Bentancur than Højbjerg would, I would hate to see Bentancur play any worse. I don't know if Højbjerg could play any worse than this alongside Bentancur. I really don't think it can get much worse. So, Paul, I think you're spot on, though, my man. I think you're spot on. Daryl Denton, I mean, if you watched it last night, man, I'll tell you, I wasn't exactly, really praising the squad or anything. I was actually, pretty neutral about it. So, I combine it with the eyes as well, my man. I do combine it as well with the eyes. William Kelly saying, I want Winks, Davies, Doherty, Sanchez, Sessegnon, Rodon, all gone out of this club. This has to stop. We are the laughing stock of the Premiership and a joke. Marcelo, the list, is it that long for you? Do you feel like it's longer? Are there players in there that you feel like, maybe you want to keep seeing? Like, would you maybe get rid of Sessegnon, or
I would?
Maybe that's the one.
He's been a shit signing, bro.
Well, for how much we paid for him, it is a bit sad.
We could have gotten a better player for quality. Another Steve Hitchen disaster class. Ben Davies. I mean,
didn't we pay more for Sessegnon than we did Emerson?
Yeah. Ben Davies, just shit. Doherty, shit. Sanchez, shit. Rodon hasn't even played, so I can't even like say he's shit. He just
He's
doesn't
not
play.
rated. He just
He's
doesn't seem
not
to ever be
rated.
rated by any of the
Yeah.
managers. No
Like,
one, no manager seems to rate him, which
I
is not
can't
a
even
good
hate
sign.
on Rodon because the poor guy that
He's just
hasn't
not
even
good
been
enough.
giving.
He just doesn't seem good enough, I guess, to even make this team. I guess by the
Which
looks
is
of it.
shocking. If he's not good enough to make this team, bro, then he ain't good enough in general.
I think that's really what people are going to have to come to light with is like come to terms with is Rodon's not playing even when this defense is this shocking. Like when
Yeah.
this back line is this shocking.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. We're steering your seat. Come on. We're in the counter. Oh my god. I think we need to take off either Lucas and just put Stevie. As much as I want to take out Wings.
I want to put on Stevie. I think Stevie should be playing more, to be honest. I think he got hard done by. I don't know. I just don't. Marcel, this is like painful to even watch and think about. This is so pathetic. Like, this is so pathetic. To be 2-0 down at this stage is just, I don't know. I'm going to need to see a goal happen in this half to bring some life into me, to be honest.
Oh!
Ben? Deflected for a corner. William Kelly, I want Winks. Davies, I don't know. It just feels like all these players listed here, William Kelly, what they all have in common is they have an expiration date that is very short after they have a good patch of form. It's not like they carry on good patches of form. There is an expiration date. There is a day when they will turn back to the player that we all know that they were. We're seeing that with Winks clearly. That was a nice little spell of playing well, and all of a sudden now he's back to what we know he can do, which is less than nothing. Davies, I'm starting to see the old signs of Davies again. Doherty, I think we already knew. Sanchez, we're starting to see the old Sanchez again. Sessegnon, I mean, we just never see Sessegnon. And he doesn't exactly impress too much apart from the Liverpool game. Rodon, it's just not good enough to, I guess, even make the squad, which is kind of funny to think about. So William Kelly, I mean, it is just an absolute laughingstock. All those, it's really pathetic. It really is pathetic. William Kelly. Paul Markey saying, what did I say earlier about Wings? You didn't need to put that in there, Paul, but if you just want to spam it, you're welcome to do it, my man. You're welcome to spam it, my man. You're welcome to spam it, but pick yourself up, Paul. Pick yourself up. Marcel, like, I just need a goal in order for this to bring some life into me. I hate to say this, like, in halftime, I'm not going to talk myself into thinking, like, we're going to get something out of this. This feels so dead. This feels so dead.
We have a -2 goal rating, bro. -2, bro. -2.
Conte's not being paid enough. I'm telling you, he's not being paid enough. They need to increase his salary. I don't even know if I would be okay with. I would honestly want to be paid more.
Shamu, I don't know how you wake up 3 a.m. to watch this squad. I would not, bro. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. Pochettino, Redknapp, yes. I would wake up. I will sneak my phone into work and, watch the games. I would do that. But for this squad, I would never. This squad does not deserve for you to take your day out, right? And take your chores out and just for them. You know what I mean? Like if I have something in a way nowadays and this Tottenham squad is playing, I'm like, I'm good. I'll watch the results later. I can watch if we win, I'll watch the recording later. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, this squad. It's so diabolically shit, man. Just
feels so
watching
bad
them.
for Dave right now. Feels so bad for Dave.
Yeah. People are leaving. People are already leaving before like halftime. Look at that. People are already leaving. People are booing. They're leaving.
I kind of want to turn on. I'm actually going to turn on the noise so I can hear it from the crowd.
If you were to tell me right now, right, Jack, that I can press a button and we can finish, let's say 6th, right? And we get
you do Europa League qualifying. I think is at 6, right?
Yeah. So we finish 6th, and we could skip the season and get to the summer. I would right now. I would press that button right there.
Put me in sleep mode.
I do not care about top 4.
Put me in a hyperbolic chamber.
Just skip the season. Wait until the summer. That's all I care about, bro. All I care about is the summer. I don't care what happens this season. We're not getting top 4. Let's be realistic. It's just not happening.
I don't know why the boys are passing backwards. There's no sense of urgency. Lucas here with the ball. Ball in for Harry Kane. Into the keeper's arms. There it is, everybody. Huge boos from the crowd. I just turned it on to listen to it. Absolutely pathetic. 2 goals. Raul Jimenez, Dendonker Donkey. 2 calamitous mistakes, I must say, from Hugo Lloris. It's still a shocking performance from the squad that doesn't excuse it. Just pathetic all around. It's hard to find. I don't think there's been a single good player, maybe apart from probably Bentancur. Bentancur has been the only sign of life for me, the only sign of something, to be positive about, something, the only sign of someone I can actually trust, the only sign of someone that seems to actually offer anything. Everyone's been shit. Kane's been shit. Son's been shit. Lucas has been shit. Everyone's been shocking. Even the front three's been shocking. And I would say that the past few games wasn't exactly that case. Like, even when the other areas of the pitch weren't playing so well, felt like the front three always seemed to hold their own. The front three would always seem to grab a goal. And now it just feels like the front three is also just equally as shocking. Paul Markey here saying, so pissed off, going to take the dogs for a walk. Promise not to kick them, but would love to kick Winks. I mean, don't take it out on the dogs, my man. But with Winks, take it out on a Winks. Just take it out on a Winks. Seriously. To be fair, Paul, I would just do some shopping. It's actually, what's really sad, Paul, is it's snowing outside. It's absolutely dumping outside. So any of the shopping that I probably would want to do would probably be made a lot harder by going outside with all this snow. And so I almost feel like I'm trapped in here with all of this doom and gloom. I feel like I'm actually trapped inside right now. But Paul, big yourself up, my man, and grab a coffee. Maybe just grab a 6-pack or whatever, just to, I don't know, just take your mind off of things, my man, just to take your mind off of things. It's hard to even think about this game anymore. Like, I'm just trying to take my mind off of it now, just because it's so pathetic. It just feels so deflating and so pathetic. It's just, we all know who's going to win this. It just, Spurs are shocking, and they're getting Antonio Conte. I don't know. They're putting pressure on Conte that just there's no need, Paul, but take your mind off of things, my man. Moondog in here saying, the worst Spurs I have seen in 43 years, and that includes the relegation side. I cannot watch no more, and I would rather stick hot needles in my eyes. Moondog, I'm feeling, I mean, not to the extent of hot needles, but I am feeling similarly, where I just don't even, I'm watching this right in front of everybody, and I just don't even want to. I genuinely would, guys. Like, if I was actually at home right now, and I was just watching this by myself, I generally would just turn this off. I would just go, I don't know, go make some breakfast, go out for a walk, go enjoy the snow, go do something else. Cause this is just, don't even have any enjoyment now just talking about this game. It's even impossible to find the urge to commentate on anything that Spurs were doing, because it just feels like there's just no point. Like, this just is so pathetic, Moondog. So, worst performance in 43 years. I don't know if I can say that. I think there were worse. I honestly do think there were worse. I can picture a few, especially when I do think of some Harry Winks inclusions, like I don't know, like the Middlesbrough, the Gents, I don't know. There's some performances in the past that have been worse than this, I would say, Moondog. But the fact that I'm even saying that in my short lifetime, the fact that I can point to some even worse performances than this is just unbelievable in its own. That's unbelievable in its own. But pick yourself up, my man. Jerome saying, people were having a go at Højbjerg for being poor, but look at Winks. Absolute crap. We are not coming back from this. So sick of this. I would agree, my man. I mean, what do you got to say? People that were shitting on Højbjerg, people that were saying Højbjerg's not good enough, Højbjerg's average, Winks is better, Winks offers this. I'm sorry, but like, what are we seeing from Harry Winks that Højbjerg can't do? Because if everybody's saying Højbjerg, was giving the ball away, at a tremendous rate. Winks is doing that right now. Winks is giving it away, but at least at the end of the day, Højbjerg would be able to win it back. Højbjerg would offer a bit of grit. Højbjerg would be sparking up the players. He'd be yelling at them. He would actually be trying to get them to feel accountable for this. I mean, when Winks is not playing well, it is I would say Winks' worst version of himself is far, far, far more detrimental to this team than the worst version of Højbjerg. The worst version of Højbjerg is nowhere near as detrimental to this team as the worst version of Harry Winks. When Højbjerg is in his worst form, that is nowhere near as bad as Winks' worst form. And we're starting to see now, the inklings of feels like Winks' worst form. And I would say, everybody, as much if you're not a fan of Højbjerg, if you're not a Højbjerg stan or anything, like, you're completely fine within your own right to be that way, but you can't be telling me that Harry Winks is someone that you could rationally still explain would be better out there alongside Bentancur. The guy has been shocking in this game. I mean, again, this is also a bit strange, a bit of an inside theory here, but you would probably say, like, there have been games when Harry Winks is in a two-man midfield, Harry Winks gets targeted. Even by teams that don't even press, Harry Winks gets targeted. So Wolves, a team that are the second worst team in the league when it comes to pressing in the opposition half, they're somehow pressing us this game, maybe because of certain Harry Winks is in the midfield, probably because of that, you have to say. So I think that maybe has something to do with it. Same thing came for other teams where, like Paços de Ferreira, the fact that they were isolating and pressing Winks every time he got it says a lot. I think it just says a lot. But Jerome, I think you're spot on, my man. I think you're spot on. Kuva99 says Marcelo, 6th place. I take 15th. Pull the plug. Put me in the time capsule all the way to 15th right now. Put me in the time capsule right now. Put me into 15th. That's what he's going for, Kuva. There you are, my man. Big yourself up. Faz Bradfar is saying, hope Bergwijn will come on earlier than last 10 minutes. Yeah, Faz, I agree. I want Bergwijn on now. To be honest, Kulusevski, I'm not going to make too many judgments yet, but I feel like it is a bit hard done by, again, the fact that Bergwijn isn't coming on instead of Kulusevski. I feel like Bergwijn should come on instead of Kulusevski. Bergwijn, he seems to grab goals out of nowhere. He seems to be able to find himself in good areas to be able to score. I would say he's looked pretty solid consistently, when he's had these few moments. I want him to be given a bit more respect. And this is coming from somebody that wasn't a big Bergwijn fan, was not a big Bergwijn fan. But ever since he scored those 2 goals at Leicester, I wanted him to be given his fair shake and be given his fair chance, but he just hasn't been. So Faz, there you are, my man. Dara saying, noting changes unless Levy changes.
Sorry.
Same crap. No problem, brother. No problem. I was just going through super chats. They're giving all the talking points. The Harris Army are.
Don't concede any more goals.
Changes until Levy changes. Same crap. I mean, nothing changes until Levy changes. I completely agree. But I was looking at this squad and considering all the patches of good form that we were seeing with some of these players, I was kind of thinking, you know what, Antonio Conte, he's got players that maybe aren't the best, but, players that don't have a bad attitude, players that he can, at least, know that will fight for him, will run for him, will do what they're told. I'm starting to now question that now. I really am. I thought Harry Winks, he seemed to be the teacher's pet for Antonio Conte. He seemed to be the guy that, was kind of, getting by for, doing everything Conte wants and like just being kind of the good boy in the squad. But it just feels for me, Marcelo, like, I don't know, just the expiration date has happened for Ben Davies' form, for Winks' form, for Sanchez's form, for a lot of these players. Like, the expiration date has happened on their good form, and it's happened as quick as probably David and I, and probably you as well, have predicted, to be fair. And it's disappointing, and that's not even disappointing because it was kind of to be expected, actually, to a degree.
Yeah.
But the bottom Duda here saying, not sure who to feel bad for, the fans or the players who just don't have any talent. Kane and Son are mentally weak. Once behind, they just give up. Interesting. I don't know if you can say that about Kane and Son, dude, because they're surrounded by players that would defeat you. If you were playing with Ben Davies and Harry Winks and watching them give the ball like that consistently away, I don't care how good your mental fortitude is, like, you would give up, like, you would feel depressed, you would feel defeated. Like, bottom dude, I know what you're trying to say here. I see where you're trying to get at, and I think you're trying to hold them accountable too, which I feel like is fair and appropriate, but you can't say that, my man. They are not mentally weak players. They're not mentally weak players at all. I'm sorry. Like, if I was, I don't know, Marcel, like I thought I was pretty, I don't know, like I would be deflated. I would be destroyed. I would be upset. I would not be a good person to be around. I would not even be at my best either if I had players like this playing this poorly
Yeah.
alongside me.
Yeah. No.
I think that's too harsh
Bad.
on them.
Bad.
I think that's
Bad.
being too harsh to Bottom. Sorry. I love you to Bottom. Absolutely love you, but I think that's being way too harsh on them.
Yeah. I agree. Bad players. Look, hey, the bottom. Just to prove your debate wrong, right? When have you ever seen a really great player being uplifted by bad players? When have you bad players do not make good players better. The only other thing they can do is either the good player will remain a good player or he'll start falling. His skills level will start falling and he will dip with that average team. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that happens. Bad players do nothing but make players worse or stagnate. Simple as that. So you're right there, right? You hit it right on the money there, Jacko.
No.
Right on the money.
I
It's a
think it's too
joke.
harsh. I think it's too harsh to Bottom. I see what you're trying to do though, Marcelo, or it's not to Bottom. I think Marcelo, he's trying to hold them accountable for this performance in some way, too, which I think is fair. I think what he's trying to do, I think, is completely fine. But I just feel like in that sort of way, like that's just being too harsh to Bottom, if you ask me. But do really appreciate support, and I do agree with you where you say not sure who to feel bad for, but I feel bad for the fans, my man. I feel bad for David that's made this trip out there. I feel that's what you got to think about. All the fans that have made this. There's an Irish brigade out there. There's like an Irish army out there to watch this game, and they were in full voice. They've been there waiting all day for this game, and this is the performance that the players churn out for them. It's absolutely pathetic to Bottom Duda. It's absolutely pathetic. Carl Knight says, but to Bottom Duda, great talking point, my man. Great talking point. Love you, brother. Carl Knight says, why was Nuno fired? Nothing has changed. I think a lot has changed. To be honest, we would have been in a much bigger hole, if you ask me, if Nuno kept going down that way. Harry Kane would be gone, I would say,
Yeah.
if Nuno was still here. Son might even be gone. Hugo Lloris would not have signed a new contract. Bentancur would not be here. We'd be in a much worse place, Carl Knight. We'd be in a much worse place. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say, Carl Knight. Big yourself up. And an absolutely massive one here from William Kelly saying, I'm off to bed. Jesus.
Yeah, just go to bed. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
Listen, if it's 3 a.m. for you, you woke up to watch this shit, obviously drop a like if you can, a super chat, and subscribe. But go to bed. Save yourself some sleep. Don't go out of your way to watch the squad. They don't deserve it. They don't.
Don't even make the coffee.
Yeah.
Don't even make the coffee to wake up. Yeah.
The respect from the fans and the love from the fans is not given, it is earned. These guys do not earn other than a few individuals, they do not earn the respect and time that I give for this squad. They have not earned that. You know what I mean, Jacko? You have to earn that. You have to earn the respect of the fans. And I have no respect for most of these players. Zero.
Well,
as a footballer,
these players have not even lost your respect. They practically stabbed you multiple times, Marcel, and left you on the street.
Yeah, of course. As a footballer, as a human being, obviously I respect them. It's important to distinguish the two. Sometimes people don't do that, but as a footballer, as footballers, I have zero respect for some of these players. Zero respect.
As professionals,
as
professional
professionals.
footballers.
Yeah.
William Kelly saying, I'm off to bed. Me and Luke are watching this crap. Not worth it, guys. Luke asked when the last time we won in a final. I told him 21 years. His face said it all. I want these owners gone. I can't put up with this anymore. They are hugely to blame. Levy out. Lewis out. I couldn't even imagine. I think Luke is like 10 or something like that. Imagine telling a kid like that. Kid's not even halfway to 21 years yet. And he's saying his dad has watched he's watched his own dad struggle for 21 years to see his team win something, to see his team be happy, to see his team win something. 21 years. I bet Luke was probably looking at you like you were a madman, William Kelly. I bet he was looking at you like you were a madman. But Nothing will change. I do agree with that. Like a lot of people have said, nothing will change until Levy and Lewis are out, and hopefully they fucking accept the next bid. I'll tell you that. The next bid is $3.5 billion or whatever it is. They better freaking take it. If that's what they want, they better freaking take it. But William Kelly, ridiculous. Way too generous, my man. Way too generous. Really, thank you, William Kelly, for the big one, brother. And I would just say off to bed, don't make the coffee like Marcelo said. Don't even make the coffee, just go to bed, enjoy yourself. Hopefully it seems like everything with the roof, went okay. I'm glad, you're able to fix that garage roof and everything. Glad you didn't have to pay anything for that. But ridiculous generosity, William. Do really appreciate it, my man. Do really appreciate it. You're an absolute legend. And I think he's in here with another one. William Kelly says, anyone that thinks Bergwijn coming on is going to change this game are dreaming. He is another I want on as well. So he's deflated my hopes even now with Bergwijn. Where are we even getting our hopes up to think that Bergwijn could even help us here, Marcelo? William Kelly's given up entirely. But William Kelly, again, way too generous, my man. Way too generous. Did not need to put this in. Would Bergwijn give you a semblance of hope, or are you kind of William Kelly where just nothing?
I think Bergwijn would be like a. Listen, it doesn't give me hope, but we have to try something, right, man?
That was funny. Just for sakes, just to try. It's like an experiment at this rate. It's like turning into a Tottenham Hotspur lab experiment. Let's just see if we get something different this time. It's a bit of levity. That's a bit of good levity there. But William McKenzie here is saying Wink Sissoko or Wink Soko. I mean, Alex Davies, big call out moment right here. Marcel, this guy did say that Romero passes out of bounds with Ben Davies abandoning him. But Winks Soko, he at one stage said, Alex Davies, that Winks and Sissoko were a better midfield partnership than I think he said Højbjerg and Skip. That says it all, William McKenzie.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Yeah, you think?
Now I will say this: Højbjerg and Sissoko in its prime when they were like running
that
and
Man
going.
City performance. Yeah,
that was like they were actually crucial.
They were good together.
Yeah,
you're right. But there you are, William McKenzie. I mean, just tell that to Alex Davies, Sissoko.
Winks barely started for both Mourinho.
No, didn't at all.
He didn't at all.
People blame Højbjerg over Winks, Emerson over Doherty, etc. Some of these fans deserve what they are getting. P.S. Alex, hope Marcelo on Will rants tonight.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
D-Trex, this is D-Trex speaking it perfectly here. Like, I know Højbjerg isn't everybody's favorite player. I get it. He's not like, he's not Modric. He's not a Dembele in the midfield.
He gets stuck in, though.
But he gets stuck in, and he does his job, and he doesn't complain, and he doesn't make mistakes.
And he doesn't do that.
Harry Winks did. He doesn't make dramatic mistakes. He has a better attitude. He works hard for the team. He actually cares about the badge. He actually cares about you, the fans. I think Højbjerg's made that clear multiple times, how much he cares about the fans. And Bentancur giving it away poorly there.
Yeah.
But... D-Trex, I don't know. This is what... we get stuck in.
That's actually pretty good defending.
But yeah, this is what they deserve for making those sort of comments. Like, this is what you get. If you want to see Harry Winks be given more of a chance, if you want to see Harry Winks given more of a chance, if you want to see Emerson or Doherty, be given more of a chance, if like all these sort of things, this is what you're going to get. I know the players that they're competing with aren't everybody's favorite players either, but they certainly offer something a bit more consistent, a bit more tolerable than what we're watching right now. This is just not tolerable. And D-Trex, he wants to see you, Marcelli wants to see you later, hopefully on a rant tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to be ranting tonight. The thing is just, Sonny. It's the foul, ref. It's a foul.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now, who's going to take this? Because, honestly, I don't want Harry Kane to take this. Please, Harry, I love you, but don't
Glad it's not Gio anymore, at least, because Gio, wouldn't be able to get it over these players' knees.
That's true. I would give it to Sonny.
I would give it to Sonny. I would give it to Sonny.
Sonny. This seems like a good shot for him.
Carl Knight says, we will never win anything with Harry Stinks, Ben Davies, and the rest of this motley crew. Levy out. Enoch out. Ben Davies, it seems like people are now kind of calling out. Do you feel? I don't think Ben Davies has had a good game either, actually, to be fair. Like, he just hasn't really even put in a tackle by the looks of it, today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And here he goes. Harry Kane's going to take it again.
Fuck.
It's going to hit the wall. That's actually...
Well, no, but this way he's been doing recently. He just keeps hitting it into the keeper now.
Yeah. At least it's over the wall, right?
Got it around, I guess, that time. I guess he got it around.
You got to be positive about something.
No, Carl Knight, I mean... Ben Davies, it seems like people are, kind of losing hope with. It makes sense. I guess now he's playing left back, and whenever he plays left back, it's just shocking and atrocious because he is horrible at left back. He is honestly he's probably the worst left back in the Premier League, I would say, when he is playing left back. He's actually probably single-handedly the worst. But at left-sided center back, he offers something, but he's not been offering something recently. I don't know. Carl, I don't know. Nothing's changing until Leenick are out. Enoch and Levy. It just feels like they just need to invest in this freaking squad. They need to give Paratici some freaking money to work with. They need to just tell him, listen, we made a lot of mistakes. We're willing to take the price for it. We're willing to realize that, it's irrecoverable. Kulusevski with absolute sauce right there. It was beautiful.
And then Wank's just waiting 300 years to make a pass. What is that from Lucas?
Why do we keep?
Man, can we just cross a ball into a box?
Why is Sonny playing it backwards there? Like, just turn. Like Harry. It's just bad. Carl Knight, big yourself up, my man. Do really appreciate the support. D-Trex Kane, really appreciate the support as well. Absolute legends. And then William McKenzie as well. Do appreciate it. William Kelly, you're an absolute god, my man. You're an absolute god. Do really appreciate the big one. Way, way too generous. And hopefully you're already asleep by now and you're not even hearing what I'm saying, William Kelly. But because you don't need to be up at these ungodly hours to watch this team, I swear. You just don't. But do appreciate it as well, Carl Knight. Do appreciate you, Debottom Duda. Do appreciate Dark Sun G and everyone else that's super chatted as well today. It's been very, very generous and just a pathetic performance. Just a pathetic performance, everybody. Kuva99 saying, you're right, Jack. Davies is the worst left back in the league. If there's worse, we'd have him in our squad already.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a funny one. It's true. It's true. It's true.
We would have been slapped on the 25 million. We love the 25 million for a fullback. We do love it. We do love it. Guva, that's my response, my man. It was that big laugh. That's all I can say. If there were a worse left back, we would find him. We really would.
Mentacor has been the only one that's been positive, man, this whole entire game.
Big up though, Kuma. Really appreciate it, my man.
I feel bad for him. He's really giving his all. Oh my god.
Sanchez is
every
time. Oh my god.
It has to be. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What are you doing? Another goal, just nearly gifted. I mean, it's a simple first touch.
Romero, though, right there, I would say. I mean, it's not on Romero because you can't be losing the ball there, but...
No. You lose the ball there in that type of space, it's just... I mean, Jesus Christ.
We are bad.
We are bad, man.
You ever hear that, though, sometimes? Like, you'll hear that, like, on a podcast. It's like a neutral sort of podcast or something. Just like they'll say that about a team. It does kind of feel that way right now. Spurs are just bad.
Yeah, we are. We're just shit, man. And then we play City, bro. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's not going to be pretty.
4-0 easily for City. If we escape City with just a 1-0 loss, that's a decent result, actually. Help with our goal difference. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
They
Oh,
have given it away so many times today, this team.
we give the ball away so easily.
It feels like if we give it away here, with also no, oh my, thank you, Ben Davies, and we give it away with Kulisevsky here. Jesus,
Like, what are we practicing first touch practice? Like, are we? Well, I feel like everybody today, after today, should do at least 10 hours of just first touch.
No, we
First
have. Remember,
touch.
we did that video. They did that like TikTok, that like YouTube short. Remember Harry Winks and Galini? They did that thing.
What the
Remember that?
fuck, man?
Remember Harry Winks winked at the camera after
That's
he had that nice
crazy.
little touch?
Why can't you do that in the game? You fucking twat.
Because he can't.
Benticore is getting mad. He's just stomped on Prada's fucking foot. I love it.
Feel bad for Benton Corey. Probably didn't know what he was signing up for.
that's clever. That's cheeky. Cheeky for Benticore. About the only thing that's made me smile today. Honestly.
I actually thought Kuva's joke was actually hilarious.
Yeah, and Kuba's joke. Yeah, no.
That's hilarious.
I meant like from the
It's also the like, I don't know, just to try something. Marcelo and I were in the dressing room. That's all we could say. Oh, we're just gonna try something.
I mean, that's what Conte is basically doing right now, man. He's just like, oh yeah, I guess we'll do this lineup today. Like, does it really? I guess I can play.
Let's just go to a 4-2-3-1. He's like, fuck
Yeah.
it. You guys seem to love the 4-2-3-1. He's like, just go to it, whatever. Oh, beautiful Bentoncourt. Beautiful from the boys. Sonny.
Good defending. Good defending. That's good defending.
That beautiful ball in by Kulisevsky as well. Beautiful from Bentoncourt. Beautiful from Kulisevsky.
Our forwards have not been on it today. Both Kane and Sonny have been really off.
Well weighted pass, actually, by Kulisevsky, I must say, as well. Really well weighted.
It's just good defending.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I would take Wolves' defense over ours any day.
I actually no, I said that on Stats with Jack last night. I said that the Wolves' back three is actually genuinely, bar Romero, better than our whole back three by a country mile. What actually makes their back three good is that they don't lose the ball compared to ours. Oh, please play him. You got Harry Kane. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Hit it in, baby. Oh, God, can't finish anything today.
Miss. Yeah.
Lads, this is Jesus. Just want to.
No, but nothing. Like I said, bro, nothing is firing today.
Well, now we can call it evens. I would say Sonny and Harry Kane have both had a sitter.
He's also offside.
Sonny and Harry Kane have both had a sitter today.
Yeah.
That's not really a sitter, but that he should do a lot better with that. A lot better.
Nah, he should be scoring that, bro. He should be scoring that. Oh, Sonny, should have passed to Kulisevsky. What are you doing?
Bentancur is just trying to force things, and I actually like it.
Yeah, I mean he's trying, man. He's trying.
No, he's just forcing it. I can tell by like his way he's just holding himself.
Oh,
Jesus!
Putting a little bit of pressure on Wolves. Hopefully we can at least concede. Like we can, score something.
Concede.
I said concede. I said concede, man. I can't even when I think of this team. I can't even think of this team scoring a goal. That's how bad it is. I can only think of us conceding goals. Oh my god. We're playing a little bit better. We could maybe get a draw, hopefully. I mean, a draw with the way we're playing would be a miracle. Let's be real here. And you know what's crazy, bro? Make this even more pathetic. Arsenal beat these guys with 10 men, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like we're so far off, man. We're nowhere near top four. We're not. We're nowhere near top four. Let's be real here. Nowhere near. It's sad, but it's
This is one of the most deflating performances I've seen this season. Like this one actually really was deflating.
nah, nah. You forgot Nuno. That's
Yeah,
why.
I'm probably I had my Nuno therapy done.
Yeah, no. I
Uh,
honestly, I even forgot.
Conte repaired all my Nuno therapy.
Yeah, I even forgot he even was a Spurs manager. If I'm being honest.
I feel like 10 years from now he will be that sort of manager. It'll be like a
Probably
pub
will.
trivia. Be like
We're
a
probably,
pub trivia.
hey, Nuno, you want to come back?
Sunny in here.
Oh, yo, Kulo's been also
Yeah, he's
big up
warming up.
Kulu,
He
bro.
seems to be growing into things.
He been playing pretty well. As more of a like an attacking midfielder, he seems like to have a really good eye for a pass. Him and Bentancur.
God, the way Bentancur even just dribbles, it's just miles beyond Harry Winks.
Let me ask you this: do you think in the future we should just get rid of that, three at the back and go with a 4-2-3-1? Because right now it's very clear we don't have players to play three at the back. We just don't have the center backs and we don't have any wing backs, right? So do you think it'll probably be better if Conte adjusted to a different system?
I've received this question before with Sean. Like, I feel like that it's just kind of crazy because like he's never done that before, and why would he do that with our squad when he
Oh,
has
nice
just
from Bentancur.
the fact that he has such terrible players to work with? You know, when you do kind of think about it, you're like, why would he need to like change system for for these terrible players? Like, that feels like a bit kind of against the purpose. You know, it kind of defeats the purpose of bringing in Conte because then he's not able to play his system.
But Conte has played a four, like that
Four
used
four
to be.
two. Yeah,
Yeah, he has played those systems before.
he
It's just
has.
recently he likes playing the three at the back. That's just cheeky for Bentancur. I love that. Just give him a little body check as he gets the ball. That's not even a foul, ref. That's not even a foul.
Looked like Sizemore felt him there.
Yeah, he ran into Bentancur. Bentancur got the ball. He ran into him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we are better off with a 4-2-3-1 potentially.
Yeah.
You know, I think actually maybe you could say the only reason I could say yes with that is that means Emerson doesn't have to go forward because Emerson could do like what Tomiyasu does with Arsenal, where he kind of just sits there and like kind of becomes like a back three, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and then like Kieran Tierney just bombs forward. We could do that with Reguilon and Sessegnon, where they just bomb forward, and maybe Emerson kind of tucks in to kind of form a bit of a back three with 4-2-3-1. That could work potentially.
I don't know, man. I just don't think we can do a back three. I don't think we have the squad.
I don't think we do, but
So like for
but
example,
what I
right?
mean to say is that that would allow us to attack even more, though. That's what I mean is that then we'd be able to get forward more, and then we wouldn't have like someone like Emerson like also getting forward when he really doesn't help us at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like these are the headaches though that we talk about, Marcel. They're like stupid headaches to even have to think about. Like, why on earth should we even have to be thinking? Sunny here driving. Sunny, oh,
He tried.
yeah, he looked good there. Sunny's looking. I would say Sunny's been more into it than Harry Kane has. I'll be honest.
He has. Hurricane's been so off it today, man. Come on, we need to score a goal now, man. We need to do something.
Why is Doherty like? Why is that like his? Why is like the way that he was like trying to cross that ball in? Like felt like he was 2-0 up. Like the way he was like trying to whip that ball in. There's like no sense of urgency about it. I love Bentancur just getting stuck in everywhere and just like
he has been the only one, in my opinion, that
can
can
hold his
walk.
head high.
Yeah, can hold his head high. Everybody else has been calamitous, both from the forwards, from the most of the midfield.
Put Podence in a headlock as he went down as well.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, he's got that South American energy, man. I
Yeah, we're
like this
starting to
guy.
see Lamella vibes from this guy.
Even Kulu can keep his head up. He's come in and he's really changed the game offensively.
Yeah. Ball in from Sonny. Harry Winks from outside the box. Ugh. Oh, took a nasty deflection. Nasty double deflection off the post. Ball in here again. Won by Harry Winks. Harry Winks dives over the ball. Oh, why'd you take it quickly, Sanchez? You moron! Oh, Sanchez is a moron. Why'd you take it quickly?
Dude, honestly, look at my face right now. I really don't have anything else to say.
I've struggled to
Yeah.
watch this match. I really have. This is really truly embarrassing, pathetic, pitiful.
We're lucky that the ref kind of gave it to us.
I really would not question anybody if they would actually walk out the stadium. I really wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I don't like. It's not just like we've seen this performances so many times. We see it so many times, and it's like, dude, even when we win, it's like hard to watch us. You know what I mean? Like we never play well. Like I can't remember us ever playing well.
When?
Maybe
Like
the Brentford
recently?
game. Yeah, recently. I
No, I
can
think
last time.
we've had good games where we played well. Brighton, we played well. Crystal Palace, we played really well.
That's true. Yeah.
Brentford, I
Like
thought we
against,
played well.
but like against like a top team. You know what I mean? Like against
Yeah.
like a top, like I would say like a top
Liverpool, I
six
guess, is
side,
the only example you can come up with. Liverpool's
and we
like the
drew
only
that
one.
game. You know,
No,
yeah.
no,
Like I
there's
can't
no way.
remember us playing a top six side, and
We actually played well against Leicester. We were just hard done by because the
yeah.
defense again,
But Leicester are shit.
screwed us.
Leicester are shit right now, bro.
That is true.
And we played a weak Leicester side on top of that. They didn't have any players.
They
You
had their
know?
whole front three, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Even then, that game was difficult. Like, being a Spurs fan, man.
Carl Knight's
So
in. Let's face facts. The squad is not good enough for top 4 or top 6.
Oh, that's
Maybe not even
beautiful.
top 10.
That was a beautiful attempt from Bentancur there, man. Come on. Get the momentum going.
Yeah.
Get the moving, move faster. Yeah. There we go. Come on, Harry Winks. Stop the sideways passing. Pass it forward. Oh, my.
Oh, Lucas.
Come on.
Damn it. Handball. Maybe not even top 10. Reality check required. No depth to the squad. Joe Club. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm starting to kind of like. It's hard to say Marcelo anymore. Like, I feel like I just am starting to like eat my words,
Yeah.
because I kind of was trusting what I was seeing. Like, I was seeing improvement from Harry Winks. I was seeing improvement from Sanchez. No, but Marcel, I'm going to connect this to what you've said before. I was seeing improvement from Sanchez. I was seeing improvement from players where I was like, yeah, just get rid of Tanguy, get rid of the bad, apples in the dressing room. That's all Conte needs for the rest of the season to do well. All he needs is just get rid of the bad apples. And I think I'm eating my words. I think I am. Now I'm starting to realize that, I guess Paratici need to get rid of even more players and bring even more players in in
Yeah,
order
but he
for things
can't.
to actually. But he couldn't have done that. So
Yeah, he
you
can't
kind of
do
like
that.
you can't do that. So that's just generally you just find yourself. You're like, I think it's still a good window because he did a lot of good things, but it's not like we actually are really realizing like how detrimental the state of the squad is sometimes. And Sonny doing absolute work down the wing here, but I don't know. That's just Marcelo, but then that just connects to my belief in what the squad was earlier. It connects to what you said before about the Men in Black sort of situation where
Yeah.
I got hypnotized by Harry Winks and Sanchez and these players and thinking that maybe they will play well for the rest of the season.
Nope.
Maybe they will at least do a job for the rest of the season and whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like I've fallen victim to it.
Leopards don't change their spots. And watch Dyer. I'm telling you, Dyer's going to be next. He's going to be the next one to start letting Conte down.
Oh, Jesus,
He's gonna. People are saying, "Oh, we need Eric Dyer back. We need Eric Dyer back. We need Eric." When a club when a club gets to a level where they're begging for Eric Dyer to come back and play for their defense, we're fucked. We're in some deep shit, man.
yeah.
You know, a couple of years ago, I was wishing Eric Dyer would sit in the bench. We were all wishing Eric Dyer would sit in the bench. Because we have Vertonghen, we had Toby, all these players, but oh wow.
Wolves look like they're doing this in their sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
But look
generally.
at
Jimenez just destroyed the whole defense there.
But what is Sanchez doing?
Just watching him. He's just a passenger.
Just
Lucas Moura
watching.
taking off. Lucas Moura.
For Bergwijn.
Do you feel like something? I don't know, Lucas Moura's performance?
Shit. Garbage.
Yeah. I would say so too.
Really inconsistent.
It's hard to say because I don't think Harry Kane has done himself any favors for this performance. But I'm trying to think, probably equally kind of like, oh, he's gonna. Wow, I can't believe he didn't give it away there.
Yeah, Harry Kane hasn't been on it.
There he is. There it is. There it is. There's Harry Winks giving it away. There's him getting absolutely sauced by center back as well.
But you know what? You know what his fans are gonna do. You know what his fans gonna do. They're gonna play that little highlight where he skipped past two Wolves player, and they're gonna be like, "Look at that, guys! He's back! He's back! Harry Winks is
back!"
Show
the moment where he gives it away and just gets destroyed. How does he get destroyed by that one touch as well? Like, he gets his ankles destroyed there as well. It's actually quite pathetic. Carl Knight, though, I mean, it's no depth to the squad. I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to eat my words. Carl Knight. I kind of thought getting rid of all the bad players in the dressing room was the right answer, and I just feel like maybe there was actually a lot more that needed to be done in order for there to actually be some semblance of a good season. Why are you not
passing that to Bergwijn, Kulu?
Yeah.
He had so much free space.
But Carl Knight, big yourself up, my man. Do big yourself up.
No communication in the squad, man. Good job from Romero. He's also been pretty decent. Just been hard done by a shit defense. Kane, man. So deflating.
How are they keeping it there? How are they keeping it there? Like, how are they keeping it there? We just don't even know how to get out of that shape sometimes as well. We just don't know how to break out of it as well.
It's like it feels like playing FIFA on the hardest difficulty with legendary mode turned on, where you just can't get the ball out of the AI. That's what it feels like watching. It really does. Like it almost feels like it's impossible for us to put in a challenge and get the ball back and score something. Wolves are gonna overtake us, man. Wolves.
It's absurd.
Wolves. A couple years ago, they were in the championship. Look what good investment does to a squad. And they lost some key players too. They
Yeah.
lost Jota. They lost, a couple players, but they kept going. They invested that money back into the squad. Now they're gonna overtake us. Wolves. Let that sink in, bro. If you're Levy in, if you're Enoch in, let that sink in. Wolves.
Sonny.
He ain't scoring that. Wolves taking care of. Yeah. Nice. Team that wasn't a championship. Yo-yo club, bro. These guys used to be known as a yo-yo club. You know? And now they're higher than Tottenham. What's the next club? Newcastle? You know they're gonna be higher than us, bro. You know they're gonna go up. That's it. Aston Villa, they're gonna overtake us. If Leicester gets their shit together, they're gonna overtake us. We have to get this parasites out. I've had enough from Enoch. I've had enough from this board. They just need to go. Leave this club alone, man. You're ruining it.
Sonny, Sonny, absolute burners. Sir.
Not much you can do there.
I can't even get up for this. Like, Kulu with a ball in. Bergwijn. Bentancur with a saucy ball into Ben Davies. Plays it across the 6. Bergwijn here. Oh, Bergs. Nice cushion pass. Romero here with possession.
That's a great ball from Romero. Too bad Bergwijn couldn't keep it down.
Beautiful touch from Potence. Oh, he takes a swipe at Sanchez.
This club is just going down, man.
Can't believe Sanchez goes down from Potence.
He's literally a midget. He's literally a midget. He's literally a midget. Like he has to go to the kids' side whenever he goes to like a festival because he can't get into any of the roller coasters. Like how do you get bullied by a guy like that?
Winks with a little ping pass in behind for Ben Davies. Up to
Shoot.
Kulusevski at the top of the box. Oh!
Good attempt. Good attempt. Good attempt. Too little, too late, though.
Finish.
Unfortunately.
That could have clawed something back. I feel like. Good
Definitely.
Kane actually there.
Yeah, but what I mean, like the time we decide to start playing football again,
No,
it's just too little, too late.
No,
You go into first half, you wait 30 minutes to get warmed up into a game. You go 2-0 down. I mean, like, just listen. Conte has been brutally honest. He said this is probably what's going to happen. Like everybody start getting ahead of themselves, start saying, "Oh, we're going to get top 4." Conte is like, "Nah, bro, nah, G." Like, these guys are ass.
Sanchez, like, just get up.
Yeah, just come on.
You're
Let's
2-0
get
down.
on.
Like,
Let's lose already and just get this game over with. It's so deflating.
Here we go. Bergwijn down the wing here. 1-on-1 with Semedo. Doesn't play Ben Davies or Harry Kane. Bentancur with a beautiful touch. Beautiful touch inside. Harry Winks. Sanchez here. Over to Matt Doherty. Matt Doherty cutting inside. Finds Harry Kane. Gives a really hard pass into Harry Kane's feet. Out for a throw-in for Spurs. Kuva99 saying Winks hasn't been entirely Wink for 8 minutes. Wow. Yeah, I guess he just hasn't had very much of the ball, I guess, is from what it looks like. But From my estimates, just seems like he hasn't had very much of the ball, which seems to be the case. But big up Kuva. Paul Markey says, funny resurgence in form lost when window closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that actually a lot, Marcel. Like Harry Winks starts playing well during the January transfer window. A lot of players start playing well during the transfer window. Moment January transfer window closes, all of a sudden we're back to being shit again, and we can't fix it. Seems very, very, very convenient. Seems very, very convenient for these players. I'll tell you that. Seems very convenient. It just seems like all they really care about at certain stages is just making sure that Tottenham Hotspur paycheck comes through. So if that means playing well for 2 weeks, they'll play well for 2 weeks. If that means making it look like they're putting in a shift, they'll do it. But and then all of a sudden, back when you can't make any changes, when they can't be, cut out from the squad, and all of a sudden they're back to their old self.
Yeah. Telling you, lepers don't change their spots. They do not change it.
Kulu in here tries to play to one up Bergvine or Harry Kane. Podence comes off. Feels so bad for Conte. It's like we've yet to see a good moment. Paratici looks like he's losing his mind. It looks red as a tomato. Emerson coming on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, oh, Jesus, we're like fucking Burnley, man. What the fuck? This shit's boring.
This last 5 minutes has been some of the worst football on both sides I've seen.
Yeah,
like
nobody's playing well.
Which both terrible teams.
But the thing is, but to be fair to Woes, they don't have to play well. They're
No.
up.
I'm just saying, like these last 5 minutes I've just noticed were like the worst 5 minutes I've seen.
Yeah, it's up to us to start playing well. You know what I mean? We haven't played well this whole entire game.
Yeah.
Wolves got their job done. They got the 2 goals.
Yeah, they don't need they it's the last 10 minutes. Why would they need to play well for the last 10 anyways?
Yeah. But it's crazy. Wolves are playing like shit, and we're somehow worse. Like being 2-0 down. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna have Jack. I think he needs to have like a stress moment right now. Poor Jacko. Yeah, here comes Romero with the ball. Oh, Harry Kane picks it up. Harry Kane, shoot, miss. There we go. Done. Doom, way over hit. At least he tried. Man. Woke up at 8:30 for this shit, man. Fuck. Boo. Boo. That's what I'll be doing if I was at the stadium. Just boo these fuckers, dude. They suck. Fuck them. Like, seriously. Kuva, I can't pull up your super chat because I'm not the host, but I can read it out.
Sorry, I
Oh,
can blow it up.
all right, there we go. Emerson is on. We can snatch 3-0 out of this yet. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Man.
Dark Sun G says Winks 100% needs to be benched for the next 4 games. I mean, this is what people wanted, Dark Sun G. This is what people wanted. They wanted to see Winks over Højbjerg. You know? So some people actually would probably say Marcelo. I bet we're going to see a few people say even, Winks not really given proper chance. You actually need to run a games here.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
apparently we're actually supposed to, we're supposed to endure this for a few more games in order for Harry Winks to, all of a sudden regain his form again.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, there you are, Dark Sun G. I mean, he needs to be benched for the next 4 games, and I think this is a healthy reminder of the difference between Højbjerg and Winks. I think it really is. As much as people sometimes really seem to hate Højbjerg, I think we're really seeing the true difference between the two. And then with Emerson being on Kuva, I don't know. I think Conte is just saying fuck it. Like maybe it's another sort of statement again. I think people have said that before during Marcelo. Like he puts on these sort of players like Emerson, like to show Levy, he's like, wow, look what I have to work with, to bring on. So maybe it's something having to do with that. Not really sure. But
you know what I really do feel for? I feel bad for the supporters that paid for this game, man.
I feel so bad for Dave.
I feel so bad for him, man. Everybody should get their monies back for this shit.
No, jeez.
Like, I mean, look at this. Hugo, boom. Paul Markey saying City next week. Why am I confident? Lol. It's because you're taking drugs, bro.
No, it's because he's a Spurs fan.
Nah. I'm a Spurs fan, bro, but like we have no chance against beating. Let's be real here, bro. We have no chance at the Etihad against Man City. We're getting slapped up, bro. Let's just be realistic, man. This squad, it's just crap. Like, we just need to be realistic about things. I know people want to be positive, and trust me, if there's areas where I can be positive, if I can find a positive today, I think Bentancur it is looking like a great player. I'm watching Gil at Valencia. He's looking like he's going to be a top winger one day. Romero, top defender. I think if we get a defender next to him next season, it's
he's
great.
already a top defender without any actual good defenders alongside him.
Yeah. So these are some positives, but fuck me, man. Like we have just so many bad players. It's hard to anything else than that is just delusional. Like we're not gonna beat City at the Etihad. I mean, for Pete's sakes, let's be real here, man.
Yeah.
This was the game we were supposed to win. This is at home against Wolves, bro.
This is supposed to be the game. This is supposed to be the one.
Yeah. Like Southampton and Wolves at home were supposed to be the games we get 3 points against. And then City is the game that we're supposed to kind of like, like, okay, we lost. Go on to the next, right? City, Liverpool away. These are the games where you can accept a loss. Come on.
Good ball, actually, from Sonny and Emerson.
Yeah, good link-up play.
I actually thought Emerson could have shot that, but Paul Markey saying, yeah, I think it's just because you're a Spurs fan, Paul. I'm kind of built like you. Just peak delusion, my man. But this is just from the moment they scored that first goal, it just felt like Spurs just don't want it, and they're just gonna try to find if they find a way to get
Romero.
If they find a way to get Conte sacked, I mean, that's just honestly, that's impressive. That would be impressive if they found a way to get Conte sacked. But beautiful header from Romero. Can't believe a 2-0 shutout in our own fucking stadium.
Yeah.
That's sad.
We have no chance. Oh, it's a sarcastic comment. Okay, maybe you're not doing drugs. My mistake then.
I don't know. I mean, Paul, I'm kind of with you, my man. I'm kind of like just peak delusion. I just do it. I just psych myself into it all the time. I'm just a sucker. I'm just a sucker, Paul.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I like. It's not that I'm negative. Like I'm not like I just say like how I feel about things. You know what I mean? And some people can think it's negative, but like if we're winning, obviously, right? Like I'm like I will look at positives. Like I rather look at positives than the negatives. But I mean, when it's this bad, it's hard. It's hard to say we're gonna get top four. It's hard to say we're gonna beat City. It's hard to say that we're gonna finish higher than United, even Arsenal, man. And forget West Ham; they're gonna finish above us. It's so hard to be realistic. We are finished out here, bro. We are literally, quite literally finished.
Wow, Hwang Hee-chan just destroyed 3 of our players there.
Well, that was great for Kuleveski.
When it rains, it pours for Spurs. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Despite all the doom and gloom, everybody, just want to say they're 150 in the house right now. Do hit that like, do hit that subscribe. Really appreciate everybody that's already super chatted today. Do really appreciate everybody that supported the channel while David is gone and while I'm running it today. Do really appreciate all the love. It's a ridiculous day to be a Spurs fan. It's not a day of pride, but do really appreciate everybody that has tuned in, everybody that has supported the channel today. It really does mean a lot. It really does go a long way, and it's really very appreciated. But I don't know. Like, sorry, Marcel. Yeah.
No. What I'll just say is, guys, it's a deflated day, but we're all together. We're all here.
Yeah.
We're all Spurs fans.
We all want the same thing.
Yeah, we all want the same thing. And I'll say this one positive thing today, right? The one positive thing is I can see us moving at least in a proper direction. I know right now you're probably thinking, Marcelo, what type of drugs are you on? What are you talking about? What are you doing? This is going to be a painful rebuild, bro. And we're going to get these painful games. We're going to get these games where we don't want to watch Spurs. We're going to get games like this where we just don't want to be here right now, right? But we are getting the deadwood out. Paratici is getting the deadwood out, and we are starting to get new signings in. And hopefully in the summer that continues. Hopefully we get some of these more deadwood outs, and hopefully we get some more signings in. So it does look like we are getting rid of that old guard, the Pochettino's waste men, and we are moving into the right direction. So I can't give you any confidence this season. This season is going to be a roller coaster ride. We're going to win some games. We're going to lose lots of games. But just stick with it, guys. I think it will get better over time. I think 3 years time, where it's gonna be better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and
There is.
Dermot
At
from
least we're
Tottenham
moving.
yeah.
Like under
There are going to be
Jose.
some setbacks. There are going to be
Yeah.
some setbacks. There are going to be some moments. There are going to be some stalls in the road. There are going to be some hiccups. And I think we're going through one of those hiccups right now through Antonio Conte. And, this is, I don't know. I feel like I'm eating my words, to be fair. I'll be honest, like I did think we had a bit of a momentum. I did think, we had something about us. I thought with maybe the 3 departures that was exactly what the dressing room needed, what the squad morale needed, what the mentality needed in order to try to compete, really seriously this season. And I guess I got it wrong. I guess I put the faith in the players to be able to do it. And yeah, I guess I just, you know,
Yeah,
got it
you
wrong.
you're just trying to support your team. There's nothing wrong with that, Jack. And,
No,
and
but
by
you
the
try
way,
to find reasons. You try to find
yeah,
reasons for maybe what they could do. Like maybe they are capable of like, pulling this off. Like, maybe if all goes well. I think that's what everybody's logic has been is like, if all goes well, this could happen. And it's like, yeah, but not everything goes well with this sort of squad, and I
yeah,
think
but
I'm starting to pay the price for that. I'm starting to like kind of, eat my words, I feel like, for that. And
yeah,
maybe a lot of people are too that also kind of back the team to actually maybe achieve something this season. So,
but
you
here's
know.
the thing. Here's the thing, Jacko, is that we need fans like you. We need fans like you and David. Because if you just have fans like me or like Stell, everything would be very depressing. So we do need guys like you who are willing to look past the shit and give us a little bit of hope. Give us a little bit of light. Because I swear to God, man, like if
Need a
if it,
reason.
if you and David don't give me some positivity, I would be miserable about this club, man. Miserable, absolutely miserable.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Appreciate that, Marcel. But
It's full.
days like this,
It's full time.
you feel like you're
Wolves
just getting a
fans,
reckoning. You feel like you're getting a reckoning.
yeah,
Days
Wolves
like
fans are
this.
just singing at our stadium. We get better everywhere we go. Just yeah, shit, horrendous.
Full time, 2-0. From the moment the first goal was scored, seemed like we all knew what was going to happen. Spurs seemed to sleepwalk throughout that performance. Seemed like they didn't really care. It seemed like they weren't exactly even trying. It felt like the front three sort of the attack was, but I don't even know if I can say that because Lucas wasn't exactly doing a lot for me. Harry Kane wasn't doing very much for me. I actually thought Sonny played decently. I felt like Sonny was trying to do a lot. He definitely missed a good chance in the first half. Harry Kane missed a good chance in the second half. Um, I don't know, Marcelo, a deflating performance, a shocking performance, very similar to Southampton, but in the sense that this time it felt like they can't pull that off twice. Like surely they wouldn't, dare try to put out such a disgraceful lack of effort, you know, heel dragging sort of performance. And yet they've done it again all of a sudden, Marcelo. They've done this twice. And I'm
Let me
actually quite shocked that they have, to be honest. And maybe again, I'm crazy for thinking that, but the fact that they've done this twice in a row, both at home, and have wasted 2 home games now that we have lost 2 home games against teams that we knew these would be 6 points. We knew that in order for us to compete this season, this needed to be 6 points. It's now 0 points after these. What does this tell you about the season? I think it's not ridiculous to make conclusions about the whole season now. It's seeing, you know, these 2 performances from the team. It just shows like they just don't want it. Shows like they just don't really feel like they have the drive within them to actually compete for things this season. It's just the same old bottle job sort of players. It kind of feels like, to be honest. And I don't know. I don't know. With Antonio Conte at the helm, you feel like you have everything set up in order to type a drive, in order to overachieve. I feel like with Antonio Conte, you can overachieve, but it feels like we're not going to actually, Marcel, this season.
no look. Let me explain you this. Right, I'm looking up at a stat right now. Conte has never lost 3 consecutive league games since 2009 until now. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur, where all the wrong records are
Yeah, that's
broken.
right. That's his
Welcome,
worst since Atalanta, everybody. No one even remembers Conte at Atalanta as well.
yeah.
No one even remembers him. So he hasn't done that at Juventus. He hasn't done that at Chelsea. He hasn't done that at Inter. Since then, he hasn't lost 3 consecutive league games, and now he's done that with Tottenham Hotspur. Same thing with Jose. Jose never was at a club that he didn't win a trophy with.
Yeah,
Spurs.
first.
It's breaking all the wrong records with world
All
class managers.
the wrong records, man. Levy out, Enoch out. Get them out of this club. People keep saying you always go back to that, Marcelo. You always go back to that. It's just like I don't know, man. Just get them out. I want them gone. I next 3 billion bid, just accept it. Please leave us the fuck alone. Get out of our club. You're a parasite. You're a disease. You're sickening. I'm so sick and tired of this club.
Do you feel like Marcelo? I don't know. Like, do you feel like these sort of performances will rub Conte off the wrong way? Do you think like these will be? Do you think like because a lot of people are saying he's going to walk, maybe
I
at
would.
this window or something. Do you think these like will kind of hurt his mindset? Do you think these will kind of make him question, you know, what it really takes actually to win with this club? Like how big the job is, how hard the job is. Do you think these sort of performances do that to him?
I mean, honestly, I don't think he's gonna walk. I don't think he's gonna walk. I think it's gonna be in the summer that he walks. I think he
Yeah.
understands because listen, he has never like I said, he has never given us the illusion that we're gonna do something great this season. He has said multiple times in multiple press conferences, even when we had that unbeaten streak, that we need to improve a lot. We are not good enough to where he wants us to be. And so I don't think he's any he hasn't I don't think he has fallen under any impression that this is a good squad.
Yeah.
I think summer is make it or break it for Enoch and Levy. It's
Yeah.
make it or break it. If they do not spend in the summer and get this guy players that he needs to win things, he will walk. He will walk. He will walk out. He does not care. He does not need this club. And if he walks and we don't do anything on
Oh,
like
we're finished if he
we're
walks. Like, we're
finished. We're
finished. We're
finished.
finished if he walks.
A-
Absolutely.
And at that point, it's not about move on to the next manager. At that point, our mentality as a fan base is get Enoch out any way possible we can. Whether we fucking trash the stadium, whether we just boo Levy every time we see him, whether we make signs, stop going to games, cancel our season tickets, do anything possible to get Enoch out. To get Enoch out. That will be the only way we save this club. The only way. Because if they do not back Conte and he walks in the summer, we are finished, bro. We
Mm.
are finished. The only thing that can save us is new owners. That is the only thing.
New owners, a new squad.
Yeah.
Like just so many huge changes. KJ Warvick with the super chat here saying gutted, deflated, and time to try to get some sleep for work later. Appreciate you guys, though. Thanks for the watch long. KJ, you might be on the West Coast then, is maybe what I'm assuming. Maybe you're on the East Coast as well, or whichever part in the US you're from. KJ, you just don't deserve this, my man. I can tell you that. Dark Sun G doesn't deserve this. Shamu doesn't deserve this. I know William McKenzie doesn't deserve this. William Kelly doesn't deserve this. Jerome doesn't deserve this. A lot of members of the Harris Army down under in the Oceania region, as well as in Asia, they just don't deserve this, Marcel. They just don't. Like waking up at, I think for them, like I think it was more of like an 11:30 kind of game, so they just had to stay up all night, I guess, to watch it,
Yeah.
which isn't as bad as I think what they're used to. But still, like there have been performances as bad as this that they've had to wake up for at 3:30. Like it's just, I don't know, like KJ, you just don't deserve it, my man. I'm glad you enjoyed the watch along. I would say it's certainly not been our best because it's not been as exciting. It's not been probably as enjoyable for you guys. It's just been a sleepwalking performance into a 2-0.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that you had to endure it, to be honest. But KJ, I do appreciate it, my man. Do appreciate it. And I'll just say, hopefully this sort of performance doesn't, bog you down at work or anything. But big yourself up, KJ, and do appreciate it, my man. I do really appreciate it. Absolute legend. Dark Sun G says Winks 0, Maurice -10, Sanchez 0, Bentancur 7, Kulu 7, Sun 7. Cootie 6.5, Kane 6, Stevie 6, Lucas 4, Davies 5, Oscar 5. The worst player was Lloris if he didn't gift goals. I would say Lloris probably does get the worst match rating,
Yeah,
Marcelo.
he gets a 0, bro. He gets a 0 tonight. I love Hugo. He's a
Yeah,
great
like
keeper,
he doesn't lose any points with me here, but you gotta be honest.
but
You gotta
he
be
he,
gotta be
he gets
honest.
a 0 tonight. He doesn't gift those 2 goals. We were still in the game. If okay,
And
he
being a
gifted 1.
goalkeeper is that cutthroat.
Yeah,
It's that ruthless. Like it's not like oh, but he had a good pass later. Like a midfielder kind of thing. It's like
no, is
he
that
cost two
cutthroat?
goals. He cost 2 goals. Sorry,
Yeah,
Marcel. Keep going now.
and like if he made one mistake, I can overlook that because it's like, all right, 1-0. Come on, guys, we should be, we still can come back from this. But 2-0 up against this Wolves team, we're just gonna close down, close up shop. It's just you're joking. You're never gonna get those two. The best you can hope for is a draw. But 1-0, I can still say you can still come back and win the game. Still have the inspiration, but as soon as we went 2-0
Giving
down,
up giving up one goal as a keeper is already bad enough. I think you
giving up
already
2 is just
giving up two is just in terms of like one performance in itself, it's almost irrecoverable. I think it is irrecoverable.
yeah.
Like, it is just irrecoverable. So Lloris, he's just going to have to brace it. It is going to be a big fat 0 or a -10 basically. But from our Dark Sun G here, but Winks shocking, completely agree. Sanchez shocking. Bentancur 7. Kulu actually warmed up into things, so I do see what you're saying. Like, he seemed to kind of grow into things. I would give him a 6. Sonny, I would give a 7. Actually, I would give Sonny a 7 because I actually thought he offered more than the other front three. Cootie, I would give a 6 or a 5. As much as I love Cootie, not again like really like a ton of things that I thought. It's I don't know. It's just still we let in just I don't know. There was a lot of moments where we were just getting dominated that I thought maybe I don't know. It's tough. It's just 6 or a 5 for me for Cootie. Stevie 6 or 5. Lucas 5. Davies 3. I thought Davies was actually shocking this game because once he moves to left back, he also gets
Yeah, he was
worse.
shit, bro.
Once he moves to left back, he gets even worse. So I would say 3 or 2. Doherty, like, did the dude even play? Like, generally, like, I actually just don't even know what he did. Generally, the
I
entire
don't
game,
remember.
like,
I forgot. I
I
honestly
forgot
forgot.
Doherty even played. Like,
Yeah.
so 3. Yeah, I agree with you. The worst player, Lloris, but Dark Sim J, I would say you got to lower some of those ratings, my man. And I would say you didn't include Kane. You said Kane 6 right now. Kane 5. I would give Kane a 5 or a 4 even. I would give him a 5 or a 4. Just nothing from Kane. And he missed. He missed a good opportunity to kind of, give himself a good rating because he just buries the chance that he gets. But he then missed that chance, and he missed another chance as well where Sonny played the ball into his feet, and Harry Kane was like half asleep. It feels like when he picked up the ball. So I don't know, a 5 or a 4 for Harry Kane for me, Dark Sun G. But I see where you're coming from, my man. And another big one from here, Dark Sun G, absolute legend. He says, once Skip returns, we will find our wins again. Remember, we have a horrible win ratio without Skip in the team. So once he returns, we have a chance with Skip,
Yeah, we are missing
Bentancur,
him.
Pierre Mahoybier. Please, 1 point versus City. Marcelo, would you say, maybe I'm going to turn this into 2-part questions using, Dark Sun G's here. Is it starting to become that way where it's like Skip isn't in the lineup, guys? We're probably going to lose this, or we're not going to get 3 points here. Do you feel confident with kind of saying that now? Skip's not in the lineup, probably not 3 points.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I mean, maybe. I think if we had Hoiberg in the midfield today,
Well,
I
this
think
was
with
you're leading to my
Bentancur,
second. If you combine that then with also then a Hoiberg, no Skip,
yeah,
then it's like multiplies
because
itself. Then it like
it,
multiplies the chance of us not winning. It feels like.
I don't care what people say. Hoiberg is just a better midfielder than Winks. I like you can say, oh, but Winks has a decent pass. Look at the win ratio. Look at when we play Winks compared to Hoiberg. Look at Hoiberg's assist. Look at Hoiberg's goal. Look at Hoiberg's contribution defensively, offensively. It is always better than Harry fucking Winks, not Skip. I meant to say Winks. Um, and that's why I think you're looking confused. I meant to say Winks. Harry Winks is total dog shit. We need to play. We cannot play him. We needed to play Bentancur and Hoiberg today. If it's Bentancur and Hoiberg, we have a chance. But yes, you are right. Skippy is easily our most important midfielder. He is just uh he's vital. He's vital, man. But I think right now it should be Hoiberg and Bentaker. And I think we honestly need to switch to a 4-2-3-1. I think we have to, because this
Hmm,
squad it cannot handle. We do not have the resources to play a three at the back. We just do not have the resources. Until
yeah.
Conte gets his player in the summer, I think he has to. It's his only chance.
Ah, Dark Sun G feels like with no skip in the lineup, that feels like there's a strong percentage, you won't win. Feels like even with no Eric Dyer now, it feels like a strong percentage you won't win. And then also on top of that, with no Hoiberg, very high percentage you won't win. To a degree, feels like we just tested, Winks and Bentancur together. Feels like we tested it. Looks like Bentancur still kind of swam. I think he still didn't look that bad, alongside Winks, but Winks still showed that I think he was just as shocking with Bentancur alongside him as he was with Hoiberg alongside him, actually, to a degree. It almost feels like Winks has looked better, actually, with Hoiberg alongside him, you would even argue. For me, Dark Sun G, I don't know. It's feels like with Skip, he's just a must. And with Skip in the lineup means usually no more Harry Winks. So please, Skip, just make that return as soon as possible. And 1 point versus City, I guess we desperately now need a point versus City, which is just ridiculous. We shouldn't even be in this position to begin with. But I'm really starting to lose hopes right now, Dark Sun G. I really am. And I was delusional enough. To, to get hopes about this season under Conte, but they have been extremely deflated. And every passing minute, I'm just kind of giving up on the season. But Dark Sun G, do big yourself up, my man, and maybe give me a reason maybe to be positive, Dark Sun G. But I don't know. I don't know, especially with what you just said here, Dark Sunji. It doesn't give me a lot of reason for optimism. But Kafkov Gaming saying, sell the club, bro. We need serious investment. Shake my head. Marcelo, maybe do you feel like if we got in almost any other owner, there would probably be considerably better investment, or at least different investment? I think that would be the case. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we got in a new owner that they would invest a lot immediately just for the rep, just for kind of the image, and maybe then they don't invest for a while. I just feel like, I don't know, it surely it can be better than this, right, Marcel? Like,
One
surely
of
if we get another owner, it would be actually probably better than this sort of situation. Like, it doesn't need to be some sort of cash daddy to come in. It could be someone similarly wealthy to
to
Enoch
Aston Villa.
And Lewis, someone similarly, wealthy to Enoch and Lewis, and I feel like they would still actually probably splash the cash a bit more.
Oh, no, 100%. No, I mean, like, it's not just about splashing the cash. It's about, investing into the team. You know what I mean? Making sure you're doing good business.
Yeah,
We
someone who can do
splashed,
smart. It doesn't even need to be big cash. It'd be smart
yeah,
business. Someone who
just
wants
smart
to run the
business.
club smartly. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's just
cleverly.
Enoch right now is Levy has an ego, and Enoch is not willing to spend. And when you have someone with an ego who doesn't allow themselves to understand that they don't understand about football, and then you have a board that doesn't want to spend much money, you get just a colossal shit show. You get bad spending, and you get bad players and everything, right? Um, in my opinion, if we get new owners, we don't need a sugar daddy. I would want a sugar daddy. I would love a sugar daddy, but I just want someone like an Aston Villa owner, who's
Yeah,
transparent with the
that's the point
fans.
I'm trying to make. It doesn't need to be some prince. It doesn't need to be some oligarch. It doesn't need to be some oil billionaire. It can be someone just as equally wealthy and as deep of pockets as Enoch and Lewis, but I feel like you would still get actually something better. I think you would get something better in terms of investment. It could be even slightly less in terms of actual wealth or, available pockets, but I feel like you would still get something better, Cap Cop. But good super chat, my man. Really good comment. Dara saying Spurs fans who are not Levy out deserve this. I mean, I've always
Yeah.
felt that way. I've always felt that way, Dara. I mean, if you feel like Spurs are allowed these sort of performances, if you feel like these sort of performances and these sort of outcomes like are acceptable and it's all part of some process and it's all acceptable to you, then yeah, I would say you deserve it because that's what you've, I guess, willingly come to accept with Spurs. People that feel like these sort of performances aren't acceptable considering the size of our club, considering our history, consider the weight of being a Spurs fan, the actual like power of the club and the actual, the fact that Spurs is one of the founding, sort of clubs of even English football pyramid in general, you would probably say this isn't acceptable. But I don't know. People, I guess, have different levels of acceptance. It feels like Dara. Kavkov Gaming again saying disaster all over the pitch. How does Sess get in the team? Rondon can't be worse, or Rodon can't be worse than Sanchez. This is a disgrace. This team have no balls. Spursy forever.
Yeah.
What do you feel like with Sessegnon? Did you feel like he just got taken off because of the 2-0, or did you feel like he got taken off in particular because he was being especially poor? I think he just got taken off because it was 2-0, Marcelo, and I guess
I,
Conte wanted to switch to that 4 in the back, and he was like,
yeah, but why wouldn't he not take Ben Davies off then? I
I
think
think he likes Ben Davies. These are the teacher's
yeah.
pet players that I think I'm talking about. Ben Davies and Harry Winks, I think, have gotten in because they're teacher's pets.
In my opinion, I think I don't know, Ben Davies. I think Sess was shit. I think he was poor. I think he couldn't get the ball going. He was making silly fouls. He was getting a bit hot-headed as well. In my opinion, Sess needed to be taken off. Um, and I think he needed to do something. I think honestly, yeah, he was just that poor. I
Do you
think
think
both him
Rodon
and
can be
Winks.
worse than Sanchez, to the second part?
If he is, I mean, apparently,
We don't
right?
know.
Like, I mean, like we don't know, right? Like, but like, according to every other manager, apparently he is
Yeah.
worse,
This
right?
is my
Because
yeah, this is my feeling too.
like there is just no way four managers come in or and all of them don't rate him, right? Like it like there's you got to follow a pattern here. So if four managers come in and all four don't rate him, if like Jose rated him and Nuno rated him, then we could have a debate, right? And played him. But we can't have a debate. He is just not better than Sanchez, because if he was better than Sanchez, he would have started under four managers.
Probably got the most playing time under Jose when you now kind of think about it.
Yeah, and he barely
Didn't
played.
and he barely played under Jose, barely played under Ryan Mason, if not at all. I think at one stage with Ryan Mason, he was like almost excommunicated from the squad. It felt
Yeah,
like didn't play under Nuno, didn't hasn't been playing under Conte. As much as I feel like I agree with that logic, like, well, why doesn't Rodon play? Like, like it seems like he could be just as good. I feel like what we're not realizing is, like Marcelo is trying to allude here, is the fact that he has never been picked or favored by any manager probably suggests that he's not well liked by managers.
he's
He's
just
not,
not that good.
or even just trusted. I've also heard some rumors that he's not exactly a great guy off the field, or there's something about him like he's not exactly the greatest personality or something. Whatever you want to make of that. But regardless, is that it just seems like four different sort of managers did not rate him or did not trust him to put him in their lineup. And I think that says a lot. I would say with Rodon, my other thing as well, Marcelo, just quickly, is like I see why people like him because he's a good no nonsense defender, but that's what he is. He's actually technically, I think, quite poor.
Yeah, he is.
um, I think he's actually. I would actually make this argument, and maybe I'll get berated for it. Don't really care. I'm almost just sick of this team in general. I feel like actually Sanchez is even more technically gifted than Rodon
He
is,
is.
at least with the ball at his feet, and that's
Shocking.
saying something. And that
Yeah.
I think is the reason why is Sanchez has more property. Sanchez is more Bambi on ice than Joe Rodon is, of course, but Sanchez has more attributes that are, I guess, necessary in order to be a Premier League center back than I think Joe Rodon has. And Joe Rodon, I don't think people have realized how poor he is on the ball. He really is exceptionally poor on the ball.
And Checo,
He clears it like he'll clear the ball when I'm like, there's no one on you. Like, like have some composure here. But it really has to do with the fact he's not very good with the ball at his feet, and I think that's why. To be
And
honest.
Jacko, you don't need to apologize because we have gone to a point where I've literally seen on Twitter people begging for Matt Doherty to get some minutes at Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
We're just at that stage where we are comparing shit with trash. You know what I mean? Like
it's
we are
it's like
really at
South
that
Park turd
stage.
sandwich versus.
Yeah. It's like what would you rather eat, this turd sandwich or this diarrhea sandwich? Which one is your choice? That is where we are at. Like people are like,
That's
"Oh, get
horrible.
Emerson
That's horrible.
off. Get Emerson off." And I'm like, "Play Doherty?" Like
It's
like
actually, this is depressing. No, I'm actually mad. I'm
like
laughing. This is depressing. This is depressing. We're like talking about, like, we really are genuinely just like starting to complain, like, oh, why don't we play this garbage? Like, this garbage could offer so much more than this
yeah.
garbage. It really, it's
Like we
become that
need
point.
Dyer back. We need Dyer back. Like
Do we even hear ourselves? Yeah, do we even
like
like? It's the problem is even in what we're
this
saying,
guy
but
Dyer
yeah.
Dyer 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 3 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago, wouldn't even get to our bench. You know what I mean?
Dyer
He
was
was a
lacing up
reserve.
Toby's boots 3 years
Yeah,
ago, 4 years ago. He was
he was a
lacing up Toby's boots.
reserves. You know,
But
and
Kavkov, you're absolutely right, my man, and you're just spot on. Big up, Kavkov. Do really appreciate it. Dark Sun G saying, skip over Højbjerg is equal to Benton. This is like a math equation. Equal to the Bentancur over White. As basically, he's just saying the order of priorities. Winks is worst, then it's White, then it's Bentancur and Højbjerg are equal, and then it's Skip is the best of them all. Do you feel like that's the order of operations for you there, Marcelo? Do you feel
I
like
would say
Skip is prime, then Højbjerg and Bentancur kind of like for you feel like the same? White though is better than Winks. Is that how you feel?
I would say technical wise, I think Bentancur is our best midfielder. Technical wise, like on the ball, moving with the ball, passing ranges. I mean, dude, he should have had an assist today. He
Yeah,
should have
he
had a
should
couple
have.
of
You're
assists,
right.
a couple
Yeah,
of assists
you're
today.
right.
He is very good on the ball, and he can find his ball movement is very good, and on and off the ball, it's
Yeah,
both very
you're
good.
right.
So technique wise, he is our best player. But I think physically, imposing wise, interception, defending wise, Skippy is just king, bro. He is always all over that pitch, bro. He covers so much ground.
He gets
It
stuck
is
in for a living.
insane. So I would say it's more like Skip and Bentancur equal, and then
Then
Højbjerg, and
Højbjerg,
then
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 White,
White.
then
Yeah,
Winks.
that's
I kind of agree with that. I actually agree with that. So there you are, Dark Sun G. Slight amendment to that, made by Marcelo and I. But he then says, skip aggressive tackles and passing is hugely missed. Conte
yeah.
will drop Winks if he is a great manager. Try White instead. I feel like the moment Skip becomes available, Antonio Conte is saying, bye-bye, Harry Winks. See you later. You're coming off the bench in the 80th minute, like every game from now on. So I think that'll be the case the moment Skip is back. The moment Skip is back for me personally. I
I
think
also
just with
thought Kulu as a number 10. I thought him as an
he
attacking
looked good in the
midfielder.
middle. He looked
He
good
looked
in
he
the
looked a
middle.
lot better than as a winger. I thought he had some great moments,
Could
some
play
poor
that ball in
moments.
behind, it looked like as well.
Yeah,
He's actually trying to play in between the lines. Like it's not like he was just picking up the ball in good spaces and just being kind of flashy. He was actually like picking up the ball and then like trying to
yeah.
play through the lines,
So
which
in my opinion, it's
that's
either
why maybe you're
we
back in the 4-2-3-1, I bet, like for
yeah,
maybe a reason. Yeah.
that or we play a 3-5-2. Either that or it like if Conte is going to insist on playing three at the back, he cannot play this 3-4-3 system. It's just garbage. It's either we play a 3-5-2 or we play a 4-2-3-1. One or the other.
I think he could do like the 3-4-3 where it looks like a 3-4-3, but really is more like Lucas and Kulusevski need to start playing more through the middle because
I
it
think we should
seems
drop
like
Lucas. I think we
yeah,
need to put
Lucas has just not been, but I'm saying like you
yeah.
interchange them and you just need to start playing some of these wingers maybe more through the middle because he already uses Sonny and Lucas as like number 10s anyway.
Yeah.
So might as well just maybe put one of them as like a designated number 10. I know he doesn't use them like that, but maybe he can make an adjustment for now and then just put Sonny up top and then like have Bergwijn come on for one of those two between Kane and Sonny, and then have Lucas and Kulusevski kind of interchange for like that number 10 kind of spot. I think that maybe could be a good way to go about it, but I'm with you. I'm with you, Dark Sun G. I mean, he better start dropping Winks soon. I think maybe Conte is doing what we're all saying he's doing. Maybe he's just trying it out. Like, which one goes with Bentancur? Like which one is best alongside Bentancur? Maybe he tried out Winks today, and Man City he'll try out Højbjerg, and we'll like see all of a sudden like, wow, maybe Højbjerg looks a lot better, alongside Bentancur. Maybe
I
that's
think
what it is.
I think he just wanted to rest Højbjerg. I think he's just really missing Winks. He's really him.
Or Skip, yeah.
Yeah, or no, yeah, not Winks. Skip. Jesus Christ, how can I make a mistake? He's just really missing Skip, man. I mean, it's been that type of day where I'm confusing the two. But no, yeah, he is missing Skip, man. He is.
Yeah, tremendously.
And I think he knows that, and I think he's trying out to see what other midfield we can play without Skip. Because I think with Skip, we can possibly play a 3-4-3 because we have with Skip. But I think without Skippy, I think we have to play either a 3-5-2 or a 4-2-3-1. There's just no other way.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to lean that way too. I just need to change, like we were laughing about earlier myself. Just change something. It feels like at this rate, just to see if these players can do it. Because at this rate, Antonio Conte, he can't do what he wants to do because these players just aren't good enough or even loyal enough to do what he wants to do. So he's just going to have to change something up to maybe suit them, which is just sad to say. But Aiden Doherty in here saying, only 4 points off top four. Don't forget that, lads. Well, we were in top four. That's the point, Aiden. Like, we were in top four if we had won these games, Marcelo. If we had won these last two games, we would be in top four. We would be on the moon. We would be realizing, like, if we keep winning games like this, we'll be fine. Like we're gonna get top five. We're gonna at least get top four. It felt like if we had gotten 6 points from Southampton and Wolves, we would have known like top four is on the cards here. Like we're winning these games sound and clean. It's just whether we can get the points against the bigger teams is all that matters.
And
but if we're not getting any point, if we've gone these last two games with 0 points taken from this, like, I'm sorry, Aiden. Like, even though we're only 4 points off, it just shows like this team is not getting top four if they didn't get 6 points here. I get how like I was making the prediction we get top four because I assumed this team was good enough to get 6 points in this situation. And now that they haven't, I'm with a lot of other.
You also got to look at the games ahead. One, we already don't do very well away, right? Our away record is poor. We're going away to Man City. Instant loss. We're going away to Burnley. Should win that. Will we? I don't know. Us away, we're always a dodgy team, right? Leeds away, hard game. We should win, but again, us away, it's a tough game. At home at Everton, Everton is looking good now with Frank Lampard. Away United, that's a loss. West Ham is at home. It's gonna probably be a loss. Like, what I mean? Like, you're looking at the games ahead. These were kind of like our 2 easy games at home that we should have won. Now, a lot of the away and the home matches are going to look a lot tougher. So, listen, to get any hope, we need to get a result against City. We need to get a result against Burnley, and we need to get a result against Leeds. Now we backed ourselves into that corner, and if we don't get any results against those teams, you can kiss top four goodbye because it's going to be, oh, we're only 4 points from top four. Oh, we're only 6 points from top four. Oh, we're only 7. Oh, we're fucked. Screwed. Game over. You know what I mean? That's how we always. This always happens.
No, this was the writing on the wall for this one for me. I think to say that we weren't getting top four before that, I could see the arguments, but I honestly it will be maybe it's just being realistic versus pessimistic. But I kind of thought people are being pretty pessimistic by saying we wouldn't get top four before this. But now that these two results have happened, which are just deliberately shocking, these two results at home for Spurs after that Brighton result as well, like after the momentum of that Brighton result, you thought that like these could be in the bag for us, and now that they haven't been, I'm like, no, it's just top four is just it's just not happening. I feel like it's now just not happening. But Dark Sun G here is saying, I always hate making this excuse, but the games that are dreadful are in my memories. 80 to 85% are rainy games. I don't know why we can't play well in the rain. He is digressing and saying he hates making this excuse, Marcelo. But do you feel like Spurs are worse in the rain? If you want to entertain this,
I'm not even. Nah, it's just we're worse at anywhere.
let's look at the starting lineup. Lloris, he's probably been used to rain. France is not like it's the sunniest place. I don't think he's from southern France. It's not like he's from southern France either. What else is there? So Emerson from Sao Paulo. I mean, it's also, there are tropical seasons there, so I would imagine he has like had a rainy day or two. Like, what else? It's also humid, so you would imagine you could at least deal with that. Romero, maybe not as much, but I don't know. Argentina, some places are cold. Let's see. You just look at the whole lineup. It looks like a lot of people in this lineup have seen a lot of rain before Dark Sun G. So these, the two people that I was trying to make excuses for, I even think to myself, like Romero and Royale, you'd probably say still have seen enough rain in their lifetime. I'll tell you that. So I don't know, Dark Sun G, but I appreciate it, Dark Sun G. Appreciate that you're trying to make excuses for the players. But this is a bit Ben Davies kind of style. Just blaming everything but the players.
But you see, I disagree with these comments. People saying Conte is stubborn, he needs to change his tactics, his selection was bad at the start of the game. I understand maybe the tactics part. First off, he did change his tactics, resulted to fuck all, right? The team selection, bro.
Team selection, he wasn't stubborn. He switched. Yeah, he took out Højbjerg. That's huge.
He did everything this fan base was asking for.
That's
right?
What he did. Everything they asked for last week.
Except for me,
take out Emerson. They said take out Emerson, take out Højbjerg. You're right.
I said you take out Emerson, you take out Højbjerg, we're gonna look worse than before.
But that's what people were calling for.
But people were calling for this. Yeah, people wanted this. So he did change. He did change the formation within the game, right? We did switch to a back four and a 4-2-3-1, but we still did fuck all. We did fuck all, man. Like, let's just be real here, Like, we were shit today. This squad is just shit. Like, I'm not looking, like, when we lose these games, I'm not looking at Conte, bro. I'm not judging Conte until the summer. Conte gets 7 players in the summer, right? 7 of his players, and these performances continue, then I will look at him. Then I will start saying, look, man, you got to start making improvements to this squad. This is on you now, right? Like, I'm not saying we have to be, title challengers. I'm not saying we have to be, winners and stuff like that. But at least I want to see us competing for top 4 next season, right? Because we're not competing for top 4. We're not top 4 squad.
We're not like, we got to keep reiterating this, I guess. You can't find yourself criticizing Conte for not getting the best out of Harry Winks, not getting the best out of Ben Davies. If you're saying the fact that we're saying out loud, Antonio Conte is not playing Harry Winks, and Harry Winks should be playing in an Antonio Conte system. We in that sentence alone, we should realize that there are issues over at Spurs, because Harry Winks should not even be near the team at Spurs. To be honest, as well with Højbjerg. Højbjerg should be coming off the bench. Højbjerg should be more of kind of like a utility sort of kind of player for him. And Bentancur and other players like Skip should be starters, and there should be another midfielder in there that's actually more world class. But the fact that we're criticizing Conte, like, we need to wait until he has players that he knows he can succeed with, then we can start criticizing. In fact, we can start criticizing every inch about him once he has the players that at his disposal to succeed.
Yeah.
I feel like Marcelo. We can start criticizing his hairline to whatever, maybe. But since he doesn't have those players, it just feels so unfair to him to criticize him, because he's only churning out the same results that Jose was turning out, that Nuno was turning out,
and that Poch.
And Poch was turning out at the end of his, tenure. So, like, why do we think like we're going to go through the cycle of like, oh, let's question Conte for, he should have done this, he should have done this, he should have done this. it doesn't matter. Even if he should have, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because we've been saying this with the past 4 managers. So there's something that's got to give here. We have to realize that it's just simply these players that aren't capable of getting consistent results with. They just don't give you consistent results, these players.
Yep.
But Darkson G, do appreciate my man, and I do appreciate you trying to give some semblance of an excuse for these players. But 2J saying, Jack, as a Tottenham-born man and Spurs supporter since birth, me and all Spurs supporters sincerely apologize to you on behalf of the club for making you want to support Tottenham. I guess Marcelo can be included in this as well. 2J is just giving us a big apology. To be fair, I don't know what Marcelo will say after this, but to be fair, 2J, as much as these days really do kind of are just so depressing and just deflating and like soul taking and everything, I like the fact that it's a club that you have struggle. I do like the fact that it's a club that you have struggle because then Marcelo, when you do have those good days, when the light does kind of come at the end of the tunnel, it makes it kind of more worth it. It kind of makes it more feel like kind of deserved.
Yeah, no, look, don't need to apologize. I would never trade in being a Tottenham fan for over anything. I was, you know, listen, supporting Spurs has given me some great moments, some horrible moments, but it's like, it's like Jack said, I love the roller coaster ride. I
Yeah.
love, I just love the club in general. I
Goddamn,
love,
if it's not entertaining, at least 2J, I'll tell you,
yeah,
Spurs are
there
more
there
entertaining.
is there is never a boring day as a Spurs fan, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I just love the club in general. I mean,
Yeah.
whether like the only reason I didn't support Spurs any sooner is because I didn't know much about English football any sooner. But as soon as I figured out about English football, as soon as I figured out about European football, it was a club I instantly fell in love with, and I would never take it back. If you ask me, I would never choose another club. No other club makes me feel like Spurs, whether we win or lose. That depressing feeling, but also that feeling of pure joy and excitement. They make and break my day. I mean, so it's no need to apologize. I genuinely, I just love this club, and we're going through a rough patch. It is what it is. You just got to be realistic, man. You know what I mean? And like, you just got to be realistic. In my opinion, like I expect performance like these, so they don't get me down as bad. I expect us not to get top 4, so when we don't, it doesn't hurt as much, right?
Mm.
Hopefully I'm wrong, right? If we get top 4, I mean, I'll be elated. I'll be, I'll be so happy. But in my opinion, drop everything, focus on the FA Cup. In my opinion, there's no way we get top 4. But we have seen many times teams who don't get top 4 can still win the FA Cup. That is still
Leicester.
possible. Leicester and Arsenal.
We
Leicester,
knocked Leicester out of top 4, maybe even more funny. Like,
yeah, Leicester,
so
Leicester and Arsenal. Arsenal finished 8th, and they won an FA Cup. So in my opinion, just drop everything for top 4 and just focus on the FA Cup. That's all I care about. That is all I care. If we get knocked out in the FA Cup, I will truly then be angry because for me, I already knew we're going to be a top 4 club beginning of the season. I said if Conte finishes 5th, that's a great season. But no, if we get an FA Cup, that's only my only hope. That's about it.
I am looking forward to the end of the year player ratings with Marcelo, though. I mean, absolute bangers as always. But 2J here. Really do appreciate you, my man. Absolute legend. Really thank you for all the support that you do give the channel, especially Dave and I. And it's really nice that you do humble us as well because you're absolute YouTube royalty as well, my man. So it's very, very nice that you do humble us. But 2J, really do appreciate it. And don't you worry. We'll continue to go through this pain. We'll continue to go through it. Dark Sun G says, if we can scrape points in our next 4 games and skip returns before West Ham and Man United in March, and if we beat those in those 2 games, top 4 isn't over. Still hopeful. Darkson G is a saint. So I must say, like, that's the reason he's still hopeful is because he's a saint. But
if my aunt had a dick, she would be my uncle. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we'll find the reason. We'll find the positivity in that. We'll find the positivity in that.
If man,
If
how many?
Skip is available for the next Man City game and we get a point, we just it's so Dark Sun G. Like, if for
Hopes.
us to can pull out like good results against these many top 7 teams consistently, I don't know.
No.
We usually just end up just going on a bad streak of losing, like in that sort of case. But Dark Sun G, if you prove me wrong, you're already a saint in my heart, but you'll already be a saint without Dark Sun G if you prove me wrong. But Skip
Still love
is
the
already vital.
positivity,
Skip
Dark
is
Sun
vital
G.
for the win percentage. He is vital for the win percentage. So
Yeah.
he is right at the end of the day. He is right. That's the only reason to be hopeful is if Skip is available. But Dark Sun G, do appreciate it. He's in here with another big one, saying if we lose to Gooners, West Ham, and Man United, then right off top 4, Jack and Marcelo. Until then, stay a bit hopeful. I know that Liverpool has a better squad, but last season they scraped top 4 because of injuries. Interesting. If we lose to Gooners and West Ham, Man United, then he's ready to ride out top 4. But he's not feeling that way, Marcel. So he's feeling like maybe Spurs can recover something here. Maybe Antonio Conte just gets to bare bones with these guys and just says to them, just like, listen, what are we doing here if we're not trying to go for something this season in order to build for something next season? You know, like maybe
Yeah.
he just has that outright conversation with them. They just come out, they give their grievances, they hash it out. He pulls out the boxing gloves like he did at Inter, and they just box it out and they figure it out. If that were to happen, let's say Conte makes some major breakthroughs with the squad and like maybe what they feel like they can achieve. Do you think, we could possibly recover this damage, Marcelo?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't even know Spurs at this point. We're just so unpredictable, you know.
Yeah.
We very well could go on and beat, like, it's the craziest thing. We have beaten City this season. We very well could go on and
We could get
somehow
another
upset,
1-0 versus
yeah,
City.
upset City, and then play well against, a few games, and then we get our hopes up again, and then we just drop it again. I don't know. I don't know the Spurs squad anymore. I don't know anything about us anymore. All I know is it's just like we are inconsistent as fuck, and we play really shit football. Like that's
Yeah.
all I know
Yeah.
about this squad. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Dark Sun G, I'll take this pledge of faith with you. I'll wait till these games and then I'll make my decision. Dark Sun G, I'm holding my hand up. I'm going to make the pledge of faith with you. I love being in the delusion town, so I'll be there with you until those results come through the door. I will not make my judgments. But Dark Sun G, all I can tell you is it's just these are tough ones to recover. These are almost irrecoverable. And the other thing as well, Dark Sun G, I must say about top 4, like the whole reason we were debating top 4 is because no one seems to be making a grab for it. Like no one seems to be like putting their,
West Ham are. They just
no
scored.
one's, no one are putting like their foothold in there. And it felt like, well, what if Spurs do? Like maybe we will. But it seems like there are probably at least 2 teams are going to be doing that before us at this rate, Dark Sun G. But I see what you mean with the Liverpool situation. But I feel like Liverpool, they still had Mane and Salah like that season. As much as they were missing crucial players, they still had Mane and Salah. And maybe I guess we still have
They
Son and
also
Kane.
the thing is
But
also Liverpool. It like okay, like
they've won things though. That was
yeah,
the other thing. Like they have won things. Like and
but
so they
like
were able to carry themselves
we
off of
can't
that alone.
we can't compare Liverpool with this squad. Liverpool has a good bench, man. You know what I mean? Like, even without Mane and Salah, they reach a Carabao Cup final. With Jota, Firmino,
Yeah.
and now they have Luis, right? So they have a good bench, but most importantly, they have a really good system. They
They
have a
buy players
really
for the system. They
yeah,
buy
they
players for the
they
system.
they have players that fits their system. Without Mane Salah, they're definitely not like you know crazy good, but they're still good enough to like get top 4, in my opinion,
Yeah.
without Mane and Salah,
I'm with you.
because of Klopp's system, and they have players that fits it. You know what I mean? Right now, we just don't have players that fits Conte's system. So we are going to get performances like these. Until we wait and until we back Conte in the summer, we really can't judge Conte, and we really can't judge Spurs at the moment. We're just gonna be inconsistent as fuck. That's just how it's gonna be. We
I
are
actually
gonna
agree with that. I
like,
actually wholeheartedly agree with that.
like
I actually think we are going to be such an inconsistent team. It's going to hurt our brains, and it's just not like there's just going to be no semblance of consistency with this team.
no.
Like, I agree with that actually. So that's like that whole logic is like we're gonna lose, we're gonna drop 6 points here, and then we're gonna get a draw away at Man City, and we're gonna grab 3 points at West Ham, and then like all of a
We'll
sudden
like
we're like,
lose like we'll go on a run, then we'll lose a couple, win a couple, draw, lose,
yeah,
you know.
and then we'll just stumble into like fifth. I feel like or something. Who knows?
Oh,
But
I mean, fifth is positive. I'll say more like 6 or 7.
yeah, I'll take either because Europa League I would take. Like I would happily take Europa League with this
Yeah.
squad.
No, I
Um,
already said it, Jacko. If you give me a button right now, skip the season, finish 6, get to the summer,
Put
I
me
would
under.
instant.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah, just
like, boom, done, ready, did it.
yeah.
Didn't
There
even
you
think
are.
about it.
Here's but Dark Sun G again here saying the reason we play better with Skip is because we can cover the holes that Royale and Sanchez make. Winks can't cover those holes. Sad that Bentancur lost an assist and Sun missed it. I'll just cover that last part quickly. It was really sad. I think it just relied on Sonny having a really good first touch. That sort of pass. Sonny's fully capable of having a really good first touch, but he just didn't. And I think that's what kind of ruined the chance. And then he also didn't seem to have any sense of urgency after that poor first touch, which I think also then ruined the chance and probably made it look more frustrating than it really was. I think it was a tough chance, to be honest, Dark Sunji. I really do feel so. But it relied on a good first touch. But the first part here, do you feel like maybe Skip just covers more holes than we actually really normally realize, Marcelo?
Yeah, no, he does. He's like I said, he's crucial. He's crucial to our defending, to our physical aspect of the midfield, to the energy of the midfield. He just brings a different kind of gravy, man, when he's in that midfield. He brings in like insane physicality, brings in, great interceptions, tackles, great movement off the ball, great movement with the ball. It's positive energy. When Skip is on, you feel that positive energy. None of that negative shit when Winks is on, where he slows the ball, he doesn't move the ball, he loses the ball, he doesn't know how to tackle, doesn't know how to do anything. When Skip is on, you feel that positive energy with him. And I think with him and Bentaker, we could possibly see a 3-4-3, but without them, no chance, bro. No chance we can play a 3-4-3. So in my opinion, without Skippy, Conte has to change something in his, lineup, right? But at the end of the day, like we said, we're just dependent on a 20-year-old. How sad is that? You're muted, by the way, Jacko.
Sorry, amateur hour. Nuno was also really dependent on
Skip.
a Skip as well. So I think that also says a lot too. It just seems like even a world class manager can be dependent on a guy like that. But Dark Sunji, he does cover a tremendous amount of holes. Skippy does, but will that be the difference between us and top four? Potentially, I actually would actually make that argument. Yeah, I think Skippy could be the difference between us and top four. Certainly, actually. So maybe it's just dependent on how healthy Skippy is and how well he plays, Darkson G. So I'll hold out with you. I'll hold out with you, but do really appreciate the consistent support. You've been an absolute legend today, Darkson G. Really, really do appreciate it. Always so, so generous. And Al Ben says, tell me how a club like Brighton have 4 center halves sold to a left back, a right back, and a center mid, and they're still miles above what we have. Tells a lot. Basically, how are Brighton able to assemble a squad, seemingly with more depth and better, players than us, Marcelo, I guess is what Al's saying.
Yeah, no, listen, Brian.
Well, they actually
I'm
just
looking.
lost, in fact, their technical director just went over to Newcastle, everybody. So there's actually the reason being. So their
Bro,
technical performance director or something like that just moved to Newcastle, was bought out. So Brighton maybe might fall, actually. You could see them actually falling a bit unless they replace someone equally as good, because the guy that was their technical director was a main reason for a huge amount of the success. He was also the reason why they even hired Graham Potter in the first place. So
Listen,
potentially,
Jacko, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like people are looking up at the table, saying how like you know we're only a couple points away from West Ham. You know what I mean? We win our games in hand. Blah 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 blah. Right? We were close to top four. Right? I'm starting to look at like, yo, Brighton's kind of close. You know what I mean? Like Southampton are kind of getting close. You know what I mean? Like,
Southampton.
like, like, like I'm not, like if you are looking at one direction, I'm starting to look like at the bottom of the table.
Everton are climbing back.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, these teams are kind of getting close to us, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know, like,
Kuva. So Kuva, that's why Kuva maybe said he wanted that straight shot to 15th. He says pull the plug. He says he just wants to finish 15th at this rate. Uh
yeah, like I'm starting to agree with Kuva right here, man. Like, it's starting getting like, whoa, these teams are kind of getting close to us.
and why
And
are
then we
they?
got,
Yeah.
yeah, and like a City, we lose to City tomorrow. Bryant wins, they go above us. Um, if Southampton wins, they're only 4 points behind us. Like
Yeah.
we're some serious shit, bro. We're some serious shit. So we need to we need to do something, bro, because
Yeah.
we're falling behind fast.
Yeah. Big up Al Ben though. Do really appreciate it, my man. Great super chat. And I'll be honest, all I can say is that, Brighton, they did lose that performance director. So maybe a certain Harry Potter might be falling with the club. And I know David would be happy to see that. The one positive David could take today. To bottom Duda
Oh, I
says,
can't
I
imagine
feel
what
we
he's
should
feeling
be
like right now.
yeah, I can't even imagine what David's feeling like right now. To bottom dude is saying, I feel we should drop three at the back. I feel 4-4-2 is better suited. Son as the left mid and Kulusevski as the right mid. Otherwise, get some academy players in. If you're doing 4-4-2, though, I think you got to put Sonny up top, then my man, and maybe you put like Bergvine out wide or like something like that.
Yeah,
But he's kind of with you here, Marcelo. Or he wants four in the back.
yeah, I think so. I don't think we can do three at the back at the moment. Um, the only other way we can do three at the back is if it's a 3-5-2. That's the only way we can do three at the back.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the wing backs. We don't have the wing backs. We don't have the center backs, and we don't have the good enough midfielders to play that system. You know, we
Mm,
we our system suits more four at the back with three midfielders and three or four midfielders around there.
yeah.
That's what suits us more.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm with Marcelo here at the bottom, dude. It feels like four at the back, we just don't have the depth, to do five in the back. So it seems
Well,
like
it's
we're
not
gonna
even the
have
depth. It's just we don't have the
the quality.
players. We don't have the
Yeah,
quality.
yeah,
Emerson is very poor as a right wing back. Um, Regulon, he's been okay at left wing back. I think people are being a little bit over dramatic. But our center backs, you know what I mean? Other than Romero, who other there can play a three at the back?
yeah. No, we're gonna have to do it, I guess, for just some maybe consistency. But it's sad that Conte has to bend over for that sort of situation. To bottom Duda, that's how I feel. People blaming Conte, though. He says again with another super chat. To bottom Duda, really do appreciate it, my man. Absolute generous man. He says people blaming Conte didn't follow his career. I am not saying he's a Guardiola, but one thing is for sure that his team never conceded goals like us. To bottom Duda, at the end of the day, I think he's won more trophies than Guardiola has in like the last something like 10 years or like something like that, or like whatever it's been. So, you know, I do feel like he is kind of up there with the Guardiolas of the world.
Yes,
The one thing that he hasn't won is a Champions League, but Guardiola's only won one Champions League.
two.
Um, I don't know. I think he is up there. I think he's 2 degrees, easily top five managers in the world, easily top five managers in the world to bottom Duda. And I think people blaming Conte, like I said before, you're singing from the hymn sheet. People blaming Conte, they're blaming him for not getting the best out of certain players that normally would never even be near someone like
Well,
Antonio Conte, players that are way too poor for him to even be choosing from. He's used to picking from Barella and Vidal or like Marquisio and Pogba and Pirlo. He's used to playing with Matic
Bastoni,
and
Skriniar.
Conte. He's used to playing with Fabregas. He's used to playing with world-class players and having to pick from world-class players. That's when you can criticize him, in my belief. You can criticize him when he gets things wrong with world-class players that he likes at his disposal. You can't criticize him for picking a wrong lineup with shit players at his disposal, because it just seems stupid to do so, because you're not going to get a better manager than Antonio Conte at the end of the day. You're just not.
No,
So
no.
it does feel like we just have to stick with it until he starts figuring out the squad and until he gets more investment. But you can't blame him. It feels silly to blame him because there's no reason to bring in such a good manager if we're going to blame him for not getting the best out of the same sorry lot of players. It just feels pointless. It feels stupid at that rate. But to bottom dude, I could not agree more, my man. And also he says Klopp didn't have a good first season. Neither did Guardiola. Conte did though with Chelsea, but with Spurs, it's different. He's laying the foundation. I have this funny theory, Marcelo, that like Conte wouldn't take this job if there weren't some like secret feeling that maybe he wants to kind of like do the long road, maybe with the club. Like maybe he really does want to go through the
Well,
pain
he said it.
and kind of like he
Well,
kind of wants to settle down, I think maybe a little bit to a degree, and like
well,
kind of build something with the club.
he said it. He said it himself. He said the short contract is basically just so the club can keep its end, where in the summer he gets backed. He said if he gets backed in the summer and he sees the club and the chairman going in the right direction, he will extend his contract.
Interesting.
He said
Which
that in the press
means so
conference.
he's not like
He's
as
willing
long
to
as he's back,
stay.
he'll go longer than 2 years. He'll go longer than 2 years as
Yeah,
long as he's back.
he's willing. He's willing. He said this. He is willing to stay as long as Levy keeps his end of the bargain.
Mm.
So if we get him the players he wants, and we sees that we're going the right direction, he's staying. But the issue is, if we don't, he's gonna go, and rightfully so. And he it's smart from him, and it honestly it's good because if he signed a 3-year contract, Levy would have said, well, I can keep him for 3 years. You know what I mean? I can just kind of like just hold it
Mm.
off for 3 years and hope for the best, right? But if it's just a 1-year contract, Levy is kind of like, oh shit, I got to do something, or else this guy will go.
Yeah, where this guy will go. I mean, if he gets back in the summer, that's all I can say is I think he probably will stay, but he's already one of the greatest managers we've ever had. He's it feels like we can't criticize him until he has the right players at his disposal. I just feel like also Marcel, the reason I say that is because he has such a pedigree, he has such a resume, he has such like a history, he has such a career that you can actually say that it's like you can't really criticize him
No.
off of like not getting the best out of Harry Winks, because at the end of the day he's achieved so much that you kind of feel like, oh, like we're gonna so apparently he's done this with X team, but
Like, what are you
he's
gonna tell me, bro? You're gonna tell me this Tottenham squad is too good for Antonio Conte? Is that really what? Like, because if people are looking at Antonio Conte and blaming him and saying he's not getting the best, are you really saying that this Tottenham team is too good for Antonio? Like, Conte is not good enough. You're saying this like people who say that are saying basically this Tottenham team is too good for Antonio Conte. Like, you really like people like that need to really stop and think what they are saying, right? Like, you can't say Antonio Conte is not good enough for this team or this club, man. You can't say he's not like you can't say he's not trying his best. Like,
yeah.
he is definitely good enough. He's proven that. Like, let's just
Mm,
stop with the nonsense, people.
yeah, I'm with you. Dark Sun G here, though, saying last season Liverpool lost 6 or 7 home games in a row, which was a record. They made top 4 because of that Allison header versus West Brom, a Chalvian. They were dreadful. That is a good point, actually, Marcelo,
But
when you
like,
kind of consider it. Like Liverpool, they did have that ridiculously bad run of form at one stage where it was
you
a bit
can't
like,
you can't compare us to Liverpool, man. Like, Liverpool are so much better than us. Like, Liverpool's mentality, squad, system, everything right now is better than ours. You can't compare us with Liverpool. They've been playing together for years. They have a great system under Jurgen Klopp. They have a great mentality. They've won things, right? So like they are able to recover from a bad patch. They're able to get, from a bad patch to, consistency. You know what I mean? They've shown that. When has this Spurs squad ever been from bad patch to good patch throughout the season, right? We never recover. It's just going to be an inconsistent season. You just have to accept that this squad is not going to be good enough. We're not good
Yep.
enough for top 4.
Yeah. Darkson G, I want to maintain that optimism with you. I'm going to maintain it until after the Man City game. Until after the Man City game, I'll maintain it. Whatever result we get after the Man City game, the team after that, I will make my judgments then. So I'll stick with you there, Dark Sun G. But do appreciate it, and I do appreciate your optimism, Dark Sun G. Like I'm saying, you are a saint.
Sorry to
Kafka.
be negative, but like I mean, I'm just trying to be like
No, honestly, I
being
need this bit of
realistic.
realism. I need this bit of realism. Kafkov Gaming saying this club has had the 3 of the world's best managers and are still crap. Only Spurs could pull that off. I'm numb to this lot. Club is cursed at this point.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
This is why, though. This is the whole point. But for me, Marcel, this is the whole point. Like when you have these many managers that have gone through the door, you kind of start to think to yourself, you're like, what is the common denominator? And I hate saying the same hymn sheet with our shots per every single time, but the common denominator is there's still a lot of the same sort of players that we've had at this club
yeah,
with these sort of same managers, and we're churning out the same embarrassing results. It has to be something. It can't be the managers at the end of the
yeah,
day. It just simply can't. The managers can get something wrong. They're allowed to get something wrong. Managers can get something wrong. But to say that at the end of the day, it's the managers that failed the players, it's the club that failed the players and whatnot, it's just not the case. It's just these players are just not good enough to actually achieve anything with the world-class managers that we brought through the door.
yep. Simple enough. Well said, Jacko.
Here you are, Kafkov. There's your short and simple answer, but that will be all, everybody. I feel like we covered a lot. There will be Kaniki Ansamies, the fan show coming Monday, everybody. So coming tomorrow, we will be doing the fan show. Or no, sorry, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I do believe the fan show is Tuesday. Everybody, the fan show will be Tuesday. Please, 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 do show up for it. We'll be there all night. We'll have basically all night to give you to talk Spurs, to talk the future, top 4 and whatnot. Do show up for that one. Do grab your memberships. They are all in the description down below. Do subscribe to the second channel, flatcapeurotalk. Do head on over to Marcelo's Twitter, Tank Gangsta. Marcelo, maybe give that bit of a quick plug, just so maybe people can find more of it. Also, because, thank you very much for joining me today.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Fortunately, Deflated lost. I
Yeah.
wish we could be celebrating a win, but yeah, follow Flatcap, follow the Irish Osper if you haven't already. Like and subscribe. You can follow me at the Gangsta25. Thank you guys for all tuning in and enduring this painful loss. And Conte, we trust. Come on, you Spurs.
In Conte, we trust. Come on, you Spurs. We'll be seeing you Tuesday, everybody. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can. Do enjoy Valentine's Day as well if you can. But we will be seeing you Tuesday for the fan show. That'll be all for now. In Conte, we trust. Come on, you Spurs.